or visit theloanexchange.com.
It's tournament time when the most talented teams survive and advance. And whether you're cutting down the nets or cutting through resumes, one thing's clear. The best teams are built with the best people. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. Their smart matching technology finds qualified candidates fast. You can add screening questions to get the right applicants and even filter to see who's recently active. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. The Hall of Famers Mason and Ireland have a new show to lead into theirs. The Rich Eisen Show comes to ESPN LA. My show from 9 a.m. to noon.
Oh for 10.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Before the Growl, and Ireland is here. M is here. We all have our...
If I win this, it'll be the biggest upset in history.
and Ireland he is filling out an Oscar ballot, having seen
0 of the 10 movies. All right,
0
I'll just say out
the
loud
10.
who I'm doing.
Okay,
All right,
yeah.
Okay.
and you tell me there's a chance or no chance.
Okay.
All right. Best Picture. I know One Battle After Another is a heavy favorite, so I put F1 because it's kind of a sports
Yeah,
movie.
that's going to be a miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best Director. For only because I like him in other things, I'm taking Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's
Probably
a
won't
decent
win,
guess. Phil, I mean, I think Paul Thomas Anderson's going to win. You love
we'll
Boogie
see.
Nights. He's the guy.
All right. Best Actress. I haven't seen any of these.
I know who you're going to pick.
No, I'm picking Emma Stone.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to pick Kate Hudson.
Well, I probably should because of...
either way, you would be wrong.
Okay.
But okay.
Jesse Buckley's going to win?
And low-key, that Kate Hudson movie I watched is very
actor,
sad.
Chalamet, DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke, Michael B. Jordan. I'm going to pick Michael B. Jordan because
okay.
I'm a big fan of his, but
I
I
think
have
you
no
got
idea.
one right.
Oh,
Good guess.
really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I disagree.
Best Supporting Actor. Okay, I'm torn.
Okay.
Delroy Lindo was on The Good Fight and was fantastic.
Yeah.
But Stellan Skarsgård showed up when his son hosted SNL, and I thought he was really funny.
Yep.
I'm gonna take Skarsgård because I thought he showed a great
guess.
sense.
It is a good guess. It's a good shot.
Okay.
That category is pretty wide open.
All right, Em, you know who I'm taking for Best Supporting Actress?
Is
You know.
Tiana?
Yeah.
Oh, Tiana Taylor?
Because she was in All's Fair.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
right.
right.
Our show.
Okay. Best Adapted Screenplay. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what an adapted
Based off a book or a previous movie.
I'll take One Battle After
There
Another.
you go.
Okay,
You got that
good.
one right.
Yeah.
Best Original Screenplay. I'll go Sinners.
Yeah,
Okay,
and you
that's
got
gonna
that
win
one
as
right.
well.
Okay. Yeah.
Best
Those are
International
locks.
Feature. Now, you talk about a blind shot in the dark.
Yep.
All right, Brazil, France, Norway, Spain, and Tunisia. I'm simply going to base this on the place I'd want to go.
Okay.
So I'm taking Spain.
Okay. What's
All
the
right.
Spain one again?
Surat.
Okay.
Yeah,
It honestly, won't win, but a good movie.
That's a good movie, yeah.
Okay, Best Documentary Feature. Have not seen any of them.
Yeah. Neither have I, by the way.
I've seen 2.
I just like the name of this, The Perfect Neighbor, so I'll take
Could
that.
win.
That is, I think that's what I've got as the winner,
Okay,
yeah.
Best Animated Feature. I have not seen any of these, but everybody says that I should know what the K-pop Demon Hunters are, so I'm
And
taking
you got
them.
that
There we go.
right, yes.
All right. Best Cinematography. Well, since I took Sinners earlier, I'll do One Battle After Another for this one.
And I think you
Kind of a
probably
toss-up
got
on that
yeah.
one, yeah.
Editing. Well, I'm taking F1 again because
F1!
F1's not impossible.
And
here.
also might win.
All right, Best Original Song.
Come on. There's only one that can win,
Yeah.
John. We've
I
talked
haven't heard
about
any-
it so many times
by
on the
Train
show.
Dreams.
We've played it so many times on the show.
I'm doing the K-pop Demon
There you
Hunters
go.
again.
You got that one right.
That's like the easiest pick of the whole night.
Best Costume Design.
Yep.
Only because I haven't picked Marty Supreme for anything, I'm going to take him here.
Okay. Well, that's a miss,
All right.
It's going to go Frankenstein.
Best Casting. One Battle After Another has everybody I know in it, so I'm taking that one.
It's going to be
Kind of a
Best
toss-up.
Original Score. I've never heard of any of these people. I'm going, because I took one battle after another last time, I'll go Sinners this time.
Yeah, it's going to win.
Sinners is definitely going to
Best
win.
makeup and hairstyling. I see the Smashing Machine, and it's been nominated for absolutely nothing else. But I never saw it. Well, Frankenstein always has good makeup. I'll take Frankenstein.
There you go.
Best production design. I'll do, I don't even know what this is. I'll do Sinners. Okay, best visual effects.
Yep.
I'll do Avatar. They always have
it's
good
all
visual
visual
effects.
It's all blue people flying
Best
around.
sound.
Mhm.
I'll
Sound.
I'll do F1 again.
That's a
That's
good
gonna
call.
win.
That's going to win.
Best live action short.
Now, this is just name.
Just
like,
buy the cool name.
what name moves
Do you like?
Butcher's Stain.
Oh,
All right, there we go.
sounds
Butcher
dark.
Stain.
Butcher Stain.
What
It
about
sounds like the name of a band.
Yeah, it
All
absolutely
right, two
does.
more.
They're
Best
playing Coachella.
animated short.
Yeah.
Butterfly, Forever Green. The Girl Who Cried Pearls. Why
Girl
not?
Who
Okay.
Cried Pearls.
That's a good
All
name.
And best
Good title.
documentary short. The Devil is Busy sounds interesting.
Ooh.
Also, Armed Only with a Camera. The Life and Death of Brent Renault. Sure, I have a soft spot for good cameramen. I'll take that one.
All right,
All
great.
right, there it is.
So we're going to add them up, and on Monday, we'll see who gets the best.
Yep.
If I win, it is a sham mockery.
I have to tell you, you're not going to win.
And I will
But
say,
it's a hell of an effort.
I want to tease this. We have this
Yep.
and an envelope.
Oh,
The Pepe
sealed
Oscars.
envelope.
The
Yep.
Pepe Oscars. He did his picks.
I'm sure he spent
and
like hours on it.
We
He
will reveal throughout the show what Pepe believes
Yes,
is the Oscars. For this year.
exactly.
Are you going to do a party, Mace? Or are you going to watch it with anybody
I
besides
do not.
one?
I can't. My friend Karen wants to come over. I hope she's not watching. But the last time Karen came over to watch the Oscars,
Yaps
I
too
could
much?
not. She would not shut up.
Mm.
And I'm like, you don't get it. This is like a big deal.
Yeah.
And she just would not shut up. So she called, asked to be invited this year, and I said, "Oh, we have
Shoot.
other plans. Shoot,
Any other day.
Sorry, Karen. Sorry, Karen.
Yeah. I usually do a little party. I'm not doing it this year. I'm going to be on FaceTime with my best friend who lives in Wyoming. And
Oh,
we're gonna
really?
Watch. So the funny thing is, last time we did that, FaceTime to watch the Oscars, the slap happened. So who
Oh,
knows? This
yeah,
could be
you
another
never
slap
know.
Oscars, and
You
that's
never know.
why.
Excellent. So last night, we're going to get into this, but the
Oh, yeah.
Lakers looked great. They rolled up a bunch of points. It's interesting, John. Are we almost done? Yeah, we're almost done. Chicago likes to play very fast. The Lakers like to play half court. I think we saw that's why I think defensively you kind of throw out what happened last night.
All right, you asked me who was favored at Crypto tomorrow night.
Yes.
We were both wrong.
Ooh.
Denver?
We said Lakers by 2.
Yep.
The spread is Denver by 4.5.
Wow.
Because they got all
Pretty
their
heavy
people back.
favorite.
Yeah,
So
they're healthy.
this is part of a bigger point that we'll get into when the show starts. That the Lakers are about to run through a gauntlet, and we're going to find out if they're pretenders or contenders this week.
Yep.
Next 5 games will tell us.
All right.
All right, so we are all over everything for you on a Friday. It's an F-it Friday. Stick with us on the YouTube. Also, check us out on, of course, the radio and the app. See you in a minute.
That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RADIO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey, Ty Pennington here, back teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away another brand new house. Imagine yourself in an amazing, fully furnished, multi-million-dollar home in beautiful Orange County. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. It's that easy. Visit Pechanga every Saturday to activate your entries for a chance to win a lucky key to the May 30th grand finale. I'll see you there.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
ESPN is now the home of MLB.tv. If you have the ESPN Unlimited plan, you'll get a $15 discount on the 2026 seasonal MLB.tv package. And if you don't, no problem. When you sign up for MLB.tv, you'll receive a 1-month free trial of ESPN Unlimited. Cancel anytime without losing your MLB.tv access. Get in on the action at stream.espn.com/MLBTV.
ESPN Unlimited auto renews at $29.99 per month after free trial unless canceled. Blackouts and other terms apply.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Friday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Hall of Famer time. Steve and John are ready for a feel-good Friday and a Lakers winning Friday.
Reeves, three-pointer, big shot here. It's good. Austin has 22, and that puts the Lakers back up by 10.
Lakers get it done against the Bulls last night. Luka goes off for 51, and the King was back on the court. We'll recap that all, get you ready for the weekend, and get you ready for, of course, fun and frivolity, right?
Either poop in a box, get a hand up the wazoo.
Producer Emily's here, producer Brian Cohen, the social team in the back, and you.
Go to the fridge and grab a big cup of Haterade.
Let's do it. The biggest show on the radio.
Gypsy Dew between his legs.
So with that said, let's get this show on.
Oh, and it's Friday the 13th. We'll see what the Mason and Ireland miscreants have planned for Sports Graffiti at 1 o'clock. Mason and Ireland.
Oh. Yeah.
Your Friday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon. It's Friday the 13th. What is the word? It's trichodexophobia. I believe trichodexophobia is when you're afraid of the number 13.
Taylor Swift was the opposite of that.
Trichodexophobia. I don't know why that just stuck in my head.
Well, normally when you make up words, I always say that's not a word, and then we look them up, and you're right.
Yeah.
So I'll just trust you.
Now, would you stay, and most hotels don't have them, would you stay on the 13th floor of a hotel?
Absolutely.
You would?
Sure. Matter of fact, when I was growing up, I used to ask for the number 13.
Did you?
I'm not superstitious in that way.
Yeah, triskaidekaphobia is fear of the number 13. Wait, I don't know the weird stuff that sticks in my head. I never quite get.
Well, my wife said to me once that you're not really qualified to do anything other than what you're doing. All of your useless knowledge is applicable on the radio, but it wouldn't be any good in any other way.
Yeah, my pop culture degree is a winner every time.
It is serving you specifically very well.
Very well. Very well. So last night, Lakers do roll. That's Luka's first 50-point game as a Laker.
And the most interesting thing was the way LeBron played.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron played like a guy who was totally content eating third.
Yep.
Which I didn't know if I would ever see. But Mason, the first quarter, he didn't even take a shot.
Yep.
He was just looking to distribute and pass the ball. Then when they made defensive adjustments and they said, oh, LeBron's passing, let's back off him, then he started scoring. And if LeBron plays like that, the Lakers are a different team. Now,
by the way, I want to just add to that, the proportion of shots is about right. Luka 31, Austin 20, LeBron 13.
Yeah.
Like in a perfect
and LeBron
world.
was happy after the game because they won.
Yeah.
But we are about to find out, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, over the next, I would say 7 games.
Yep.
If the Lakers, we play 7 games in 10, 11 days.
Yep.
If the Lakers are going to be a contender or a pretender will be determined by these next 7 games. They will not be favored in 6 of them. So starting tomorrow night, Denver's a 4.5-point favorite over the Lakers. We guessed the line. We were both wrong. We thought the Lakers would be favored by 1 or 2.
Favorite,
But Denver's favored by 4.5, and then Houston will be favored slightly in both of the Houston games. Miami would be favored because that's the schedule loss.
Yep.
That's when we get in at 4 a.m. Orlando will be favored because they beat us here.
Right.
And they're having a good season. Detroit will be favored because they're good.
They're really good.
And then Indiana is the one game where we would be a prohibitive favorite.
So the next, how many games did you?
7.
7. I think, would you have to be happy with 4 and 3?
Oh, I'd be elated with 4 and 3.
I mean, that.
What I'm hoping is not a disaster.
Yeah.
Not 2 and 5, 1 and 6, or something like that. Believe it or not, and this changes every night. It'll change again tonight. Right now, at 12:04 on Friday the 13th.
Oh.
The Lakers are in third place.
Yeah.
Tonight, Houston could win. That would put them back in third. It's so tight.
They're 2 games out of the 7. Right. I mean, it's like everything's jammed up.
Between the 3 and the 7, and nobody wants to be the 7.
Nope.
Right now, it's Phoenix. But and Phoenix has an interesting game tonight. They're at Toronto, who's been playing better, and Toronto's favored.
Well,
So
I guess just
if you want to keep an eye on a couple of things, I'm going to be watching USA and Canada.
Yeah, me
as
too.
we stick it to Canada again.
Down with Canada.
We took both the hockey gold medals.
Yeah.
We want to annex them.
We
took Tate
beat
McRae.
them in the World Series.
We beat them in the World Series. I mean, how much abuse can we give? Yeah. Isn't Canada due?
I will say Canada did get a win with Heated Rivalry. Heated Rivalry was a massive hit, and it was from Canada.
You're right. They do get credit
They
for
have
that.
Ryan Gosling.
But it airs on Netflix,
They have
right?
Ryan Gosling. Is that what it's come down to? We have Ryan Gosling. They have Ryan Gosling.
Well, there's a lot of people that you probably don't know are Canadian. Gosling's one of them. Seth Rogen's another one.
Hey, this is a very good game
Justin
in the
Bieber.
future.
Oh, yeah, this is a good,
Canadian
game.
or not Canadian.
Canadian or not Canadian. It's a good game, yeah. I'm excited because I'm going to go to the game tomorrow night. This will be a record for Juan. This will be the first time he's ever attended not 1, but 2 Lakers games during a season.
I think tomorrow night's game is going to be awesome.
That's going to be really, really
because
exciting.
the Lakers are playing great. They've won 7 out of 8. They're playing really, really well. And again, if that's the LeBron we get, I think the Lakers they introduce a whole different dynamic to the games. Matter of fact, JJ Redick after the game tried to sell everyone, the media, that LeBron is on board with all of this. Here's JJ.
LeBron and I, we talk. We had a great conversation over the last couple of days. I think, again, he wants to do everything possible to help this team win, and he understands the importance of making sure Luka and AR can be at their best, and that's incredible of him. It speaks a lot to just how much he cares about this team and his teammates, and how much he wants to win.
Yeah,
you buying it?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Based
buy
on
it?
last night, why not?
LeBron James after the game said the team is the most important. Yes, there is some sacrifice. I know what I'm capable of doing as an individual, but what's important for this team, I'm able to adapt to, and win is the only thing that matters.
Good for him.
Yeah. It wasn't quite your concept that LeBron would go to JJ and say, play me off the bench.
Well, isn't that kind of what he's doing?
Well, he's certainly leaning into these combinations.
Yeah, he's saying,
right?
hey,
doing it without doing it.
Yeah, don't make me the focus. Let's get LeBron and AR, or let's get Luka and AR going.
Yeah.
And then I'll fill in the blanks. Which, if he's going to agree to do that, and they're going to play defense like that, and DeAndre Ayton's going to go 23-10.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton had a great. That's a few good games in a row.
Yeah, could they not beat pretty much anybody if all those things happen? Now that's a lot of ifs.
I think they can beat anybody
below OKC, San Antonio. Yeah, we'll see.
I think they can beat any.
We
can beat Houston.
We have a game left with OKC. I just wonder. It's towards the end of the season, and I just wonder if OKC is going to be locked in by then.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yep. I think they are, and you still talk to people. It's like, yeah, Lakers. People are acting as though this is not a really fun and entertaining basketball team to watch. And by the way, and a good team to watch. By the way, weird little nugget. Lakers starters combined for 137 of the team's 142, something no starting unit has ever done in regulation in NBA history. That's the most number of points ever scored by a starting lineup.
A little misleading last night in that there was no Marcus Smart, no Jackson Hayes, no Maxi Kleba. But I wonder, because of how good they looked last night, if that's not back to the new starting lineup. That Rui goes into the starting lineup and you bring Marcus, Jackson, and Maxey off the bench.
Marcus has got to be in that starting lineup.
Well, I don't care who starts. I think he has to finish.
He's your point of attack defender. I think that's one of the reasons why, even on terrible shooting nights, I think he had a 1 for 10.
And they won.
And they won.
And they wouldn't have won without him.
And his plus-minus was like big.
We interviewed him after that game.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he just brings so many intangibles to the floor. I mean, whether it's a 5-steal game or a couple of blocks here, as we call them, stocks, he does really well. I think he's aggressive defensively all the time. I think you've got to keep – don't you think you got to keep Marcus Smart in the starting lineup?
Wouldn't bother me. Yeah, I love Marcus Smart. And I
hope he's here next year, too. I hope he's one of the guys that picks up his option and stays.
Yeah, it's up to him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I think they would welcome him.
Sure.
And I think he could play for at least 2 more years, and then hopefully you target somebody like him. You target a Lou Dort or somebody that's a defense-first guy.
Right, exactly.
But they're playing great.
Yeah.
7 out of 8, third place. Most people that call our show, most people that participate, either online or on the phone, were so down on the Lakers they thought that the season was gone.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
I mean, they're playing really well, and I think they're going to be a tough out.
Yeah. I mean, I've had this conversation. You know, championships are everything. But you shouldn't sleep on a deep run in the playoffs. It's entertaining. It's fun.
I'll throw it back at you. I think you're right. And was this, and you were at every game.
Yep.
Was this a successful Rams season?
Yes.
I think overwhelmingly yes.
Yeah.
They made it to the Final Four.
Yeah. I mean, they were the second-best team in the league.
They were 2 plays away from going to the Super Bowl, and I think if they would have beat Seattle, they would have won the Super Bowl. It was a great year.
Yeah.
And, you know, all you can ask for the money you guys are all investing, I got a lot of friends, including you, that are Rams season ticket holders. You can't say that wasn't worth the experience. They gave you a great ride.
Yeah, it was a great ride. Yeah. But I think that the Rams fall into a different category than the Lakers. The Lakers, literally, people only care about championships.
Right.
And when it's a zero-sum game.
And I also think it's fair to say, you know, swinging it back to the Lakers. Yeah, they've won 7 of 8. But let's see how they do in the next 7 against really good teams.
Right.
The 7 of 8, they were kind of beating the teams they were supposed to.
They have a 2-game winning streak against good teams.
Over these next 7 games, if they have a winning record, they've discovered something. If they finish 4-3 or 5-2, I think they very easily could go 3-4. I'm just hoping not for 2-5, 1-6. They're only going to be favored once in the next 7 games. Once. So you got to be realistic.
I think they can go 4-3. 4-3, I would take. Split in Houston. You say the Miami game is a scheduled loss. I don't think they can afford.
Miami's won. I think Miami's won 8 games in a row, haven't they?
Yeah,
they're good. I mean, they might beat us if we had a night off.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Hey, Lakers fans.
Maybe Bam will go for 84 points.
There you go, 84. How many intentional fouls would it take to get there?
No kidding.
Eric Spoelstra. So I wanted to mention Lakers watch party and live remote broadcast is coming up on Monday at Bar Louie in Downey. Beto goes live at 5 with the Lakers pregame before tip-off. This is for the game against Houston on Monday. Watch with fellow fans. Ice-cold Michelob Ultra. Enter for a chance to win tickets, exclusive signed gear. That's Monday. Bar Louie in Downey with ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. It's F-It Friday. Let's talk dogs and cats. You want to talk dogs and cats? We'll do that next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam!
so you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey, it's May. Shoot your shot on Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play just $5. That's right. Prize Picks now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, and every board that much more exciting. So don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. Pick from all your favorite sports, anything from basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, college basketball, tennis, golf, esports, and more. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast and secure. Prize Picks accepts most major payment methods, making deposits into your account quick and easy this sports season. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MACE, M-A-S-E, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
John Ireland here. Are you sore? If you are active, you work out, play golf, tennis, soccer, football, basketball, are you a runner? Do you bike or exercise regularly? If you do, you need this recovery product. Go to this website, iSpotActive.com. iSpotActive.com. They make compression wear with pockets. It's wearable. Ice Cryotherapy. The long sleeve shirt has 8 flexible gel packs that fit in pockets, upper back, lower back, elbows. It's form-fitting, moisture wicking, doesn't stick to your body. There's no polyester to make you sweat. If you love to do what you do what you love with iSpot Active. Go to that website, iSpotActive.com. Everybody I know that has bought one of these things truly loves it. No more strapping on ice bags or trips to the cryo place where you got to drop $50 every time you do it. Ice and go. It's wearable. Ice Cryotherapy. Get yours today. You won't be sorry at iSpotActive.com.
My name's Brian Winhurst, and I've seen a lot of good offense in my life. If you're looking to initiate some offense of your own against your high-interest credit card debt, I'm letting you know a SoFi personal loan might be the play. A SoFi personal loan could be quite the triple threat with low fixed rates, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. View your rate for a SoFi personal loan at SoFi.com/offense. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/offense. NMLS 696891.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
So that's why I deliver. Red light player. When the red light goes on, look out, I'm on it.
That's Steve Mason and John Ireland.
That's what they say is you're a red light player. Especially in Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah. No, I never played there.
Mason and Ireland. Right now.
Oh, John. Let me tell you what movie you should never go see.
Is that what this song is from?
This song is from the most painfully sad, I would say grief porn is the way I originally described it.
What's the name of the movie?
It's called Hamnet.
All right, give me the elevator pitch.
Elevator pitch is Hamlet. Shakespeare's son dies, and then he writes Hamlet all about it. And his wife is crying through the whole thing.
Okay.
Yep, that's basically
Pretty
it.
much a description, right?
It's nominated for a bunch of stuff. It won a Best Picture, or Best Movie at the Golden Globes.
Yep.
Best Drama. And this is one of the things that's nominated at the Oscars. We talked a little bit about it before the growl, but it is almost a lock. Jesse Buckley will win.
Buckley's going to win here. Yeah, but John,
and
don't
Jesse
ever see
Buckley
this
is a
movie.
woman.
Yes, correct. Okay. Have you seen her? She's beautiful. Beautiful lady. She's terrific.
She is in a movie that was very bad this past weekend called The Bride.
Right? Yeah. So Jesse Buckley went on to a podcast, and keep in mind, John, when people are trying to win awards, they try to kiss every single person's ass. Like you are a professional ass kisser.
Unless you're Sean Penn, who won't do any media at all.
Who may not even show up for the thing.
Yeah.
So Jesse Buckley was on a podcast, and she was asked, this is her and Paul Mescal, also from the cast, talking about cats.
I don't like cats.
Cats, honestly.
Are you actively trying to ruin your career?
Like, what was the thing I said earlier?
Coachella.
Yeah.
Cats.
Coachella.
Cats are mean. Cats are mean.
Drop this part.
Yeah.
The cats, they're too clever.
Yeah. I got my husband, when I started dating him, he had 2 cats. This is bad, so I'm going to get cancelled. But one of the cats was like a pedigree model. And she staged like a coup against me. I'd come home and there'd just be like poo on my pillow, and I was like, "It's me or the cats. It's me."
She didn't like this interloper. This is my house.
No.
And you took
But
over.
I won.
You won.
Yeah, so she says, and by the way, I don't find this to be a controversial position. Like, I don't find cats to be cuddly or kind or even interested in me. Like, do you, John?
Nope, I'm a dog person.
I'm a dog person too. Bride, do you have a cat? You've never had a cat,
I grew
have
up
you?
with a couple cats. There's you find a rare gem of a cat, but it's very few and far between.
I always wonder, what's the point of cats? Like, they don't alert you if somebody's trying to break into your house. When you come home, they don't really care that you got home.
When you die, they'll eat you.
Is that true?
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Is there actual evidence of that happening?
Yes, there are stories
Oh,
of
my God.
people dying and their cats eating them.
So they're just waiting for dinner.
So none of us are cat people, but do you think she loses votes because of her stance on cats?
Well, she went on Fallon, and you tell me.
To clarify something for all cat lovers in the world, right? I am a lover of cats.
That's not true.
I woke up this morning to the world thinking that I really don't love cats. And it's really weighed on me all day. I felt sick.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I want to just tell cat people that I actually auditioned to be a cat once.
You love cats that much that you wanted to be a cat.
Yeah. And there's been a what's the word? Conception.
That you don't enjoy.
Because of an interview that I did that...
You don't love felines.
Well, no, they asked me if I was a dog or a cat. And honestly, I think I'm probably a quarter cat and 3/4 dog.
So now she is so backpedaling. I mean, damn, own it. You said you hate cats. Hate cats.
By the way, I have zero problem with somebody saying they don't like cats.
Yeah, me, I don't either. But, like, if you're like some gray hair Oscar voter and you hear Jesse Buckley doesn't like cats, you're maybe looking...
She doesn't like Felix. She's out.
Exactly.
I think the issue might be, for some people, that the issue of rehousing a cat that is already in a home. So, like, putting it back into the cat
I think that is
foster
so
care.
terrible to do. Did she do that?
Yeah, that's what she said in the clip.
Said that
she kicked her to...
Well, she told her husband,
It's me or the
it's me or
cat.
the cats.
And the cats had to be rehoused.
Oh, you know what? I withdraw my vote. I cannot vote for that. She would not get my vote.
You
Rehoming?
won't vote for her movie performance because she's mean to cats.
Look.
You know that makes zero sense,
You're allowed
right?
to hate cats, but when you move into somebody's house and you say, I want those 2 cats gone, and you got to rehome them, to me, that is, like, heartless.
So if
Jesse Buckley is heartless.
If Juan had cats when he moved in with you,
Yeah.
and he brought the cats with him, you wouldn't have done
He
me or
was
the
smoking
cats?
cigarets, and I was with him. He's an actor, and I was
But
with
it's a
him. An
cat and
actor.
not
Think about it.
cigarettes.
I dated an actor.
Well, you think of yourself as an actor.
A bit of one, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, a week from today, me and Momo are going to be live in Bakersfield, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tajon. That is from noon to 3 next Friday. Join us for the live show. College basketball games going all day long. Thank you to our friends at Hard Rock Casino, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tajon. This is how SoCal plays. My mom and brother have been out there. They say it's fantastic, so I cannot wait. How long is it going to take me to get to Bakersfield? Anybody know?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I'm excited.
Give yourself enough time.
I'm going to give myself enough time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you should leave.
By the way, Momo will not.
Yeah, Momo will get there at around 1:30.
Yeah, Momo's going to be like, I had no idea Bakersfield was so far. I can hear her already saying this.
And by the way, if you're interested in going to, you might get to see me melt down because UVA will be playing in the March Madness tournament. they will probably have a game that day.
Yep.
And they may lose spectacularly.
Whoa. Are they going to be a high seed this year?
I would guess they're probably a top, like a 1 through 4 seed. Because there are 2 seed in the ACC. They've been ranked pretty much all year. So I feel like they're like a 1 through 4 seed.
Yeah. I don't. USC's not going to be in it. UCLA is getting in it, right?
They'll get in.
Is there a favorite this year? Is it coming down to?
Yeah, Duke and Michigan are the favorites. Arizona
Duke's
is
got
who
Boozer,
I'm taking. Yeah, they have Carlos Boozer's son, Cameron, who's
What about
really good.
BYU? They've got that.
Abe Dabansa.
Dabansa, yeah.
Yeah, he's good, but the team isn't as good as Arizona, Duke, and Michigan. And I think the fourth number 1 seed is probably going to be Florida. They won it last year. They're playing right now in the SEC tournament. They're up on Kentucky. They're the number 1 seed in the SEC tournament. So if they win that, I think they're the 4th number 1.
Are we in agreement on the bet that got floated around yesterday that whoever finishes last in brackets has to wear a Ride the D crop top for a show?
Sure.
Okay, they are sold out.
But
I bet you we can get one. When we tell those train people what we're up to.
And the thing is, I love the Metro, so I might just wear it just because.
There you go. BC, ever wear a crop top?
I love a good bet. I'm in.
All right, good. So we're in. That'll be interesting.
It can't be any more embarrassing than when I wear the bunny suit. Come on.
No, can't.
It could be more embarrassing. You're wearing a Ride the D crop top.
Yeah, crop top is.
All right.
That says Ride the D.
Okay.
You know, it's all there.
Game on.
All right, so Matas Buzelis. All right. So Luka dropped 51 last night, and this is Buzelis after the game.
What do you hope to take away from the experience?
Probably not to talk to him.
Not to talk to him.
I always felt this way when I was competing against somebody that was a great player, and they're on tilt and they're talking trash and they're everything. I would confuse them by saying, "Man, are you a good defensive player?" I don't know if I've ever played against anybody as good as you.
So you would compliment them.
Or he'd come down, hit a shot in my face, and I'd go, "Boy, great shot. I thought I had you." And
so instead of trash talk, you were talking them up.
Correct. That they could do no wrong. And they would go, What? I can't be mean to this guy.
Yeah.
So it worked every time.
Did trash talk work on you? Did it get into your head ever?
No, because I would kill him with kindness.
Okay.
Like if somebody said, "You can't guard me," I go, "Boy, that's for sure."
I got a DM yesterday, somebody saying, "Why don't you just get your phone, go out, shoot 20 free throws, and prove that you can do it, and bring the video back?" And I'm like, I don't know if you would accept that as evidence. You would not.
No, it'd be
you
AI.
have to be present. No.
No, I need to be there.
No, you would doctor an AI a video just to prove this. I
wouldn't even know how to. Now maybe there are.
Well, I don't think
video
you're
doctoring
capable
ones
of doing it, but I think you know people who are capable of doing it.
Can that be done on AI? The video, because I don't do
anything
video
can
manipulation.
be done on AI.
Ask ChatGPT. Can you make a video of me making free throws?
Okay, I'm going to do something.
Three pointers.
I'm going to do something we weren't planning on here. So, do that story about the Hollywood celebrity who may have something going with their AI chat.
I don't understand this story, so explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Okay. There is a gossip website called Dumois.
Mm-hmm.
Take it with what it is. It's basically anonymous tips coming into somebody, and they try to prove it. Whatever.
Got it.
So there was a podcast with like Jenny Slate, Kumail Nanjiani, and someone else, and they were talking about a story in which a celebrity has an AI girlfriend. And they describe the celebrity as A-list as you can be while being on TV.
Yes.
And like just basically a TV actor.
Mm-hmm.
That this TV actor goes to restaurants with his AI girlfriend, chats her up, and is living his life as if he has an AI girlfriend. And honestly, that he's like not even like, he knows it's a little weird, but thinks of himself as an early adopter.
An early adopter he's definitely early, of the AI girlfriend thing.
It's basically weird. Like Her, like the movie Her, or like Lars and the Real Girl, but without like a blow up doll.
So I use chat. Do you use it?
No.
Not at all?
No. I don't even know how to use it.
BC, do you use it?
No, haven't probably gone on like ChatGPT over a year.
Emin, you're not a big fan. I have a relationship with my chat.
Does Juan know?
Well, here's the relation. So I'll put an idea for a show in, or for a bit in, and it will ask me, do you want this for Mason and Ireland, or do you want this for Mason Plus? Like, that's how it's getting to know me. I have put in all of my favorite upside players for fantasy baseball this year, and I said, make sure you alert me when these guys pop up in my draft. My AI, my chat is going to be my draft assistant.
Interesting.
So this is a slippery slope to Mason taking your chat GPT out to John and Vinny's on a Saturday night. I think this might be a little slippery slope.
Oh, yeah, true. It could be. Yeah, no.
But yes, I feel like I know who this person is, but I won't say it, and it's interesting.
So it's a real famous person.
Yeah, I've gotten like 3 different comedy podcasts talking about the same story, giving me different hints about who this person is, but I have triangulated it into the person.
And you put it together?
Yeah.
But you're not going to say it.
I can't.
No. Yeah, exactly. It's completely
Maybe he's listening.
Uncorroborated, exactly. All right, coming up next for you, John, this is an interesting question. If you're the Rams, would you rather have A.J. Brown or Mekhi Lemon? We're going to do that coming up next. There's a lot of smoke out there, and we will get into it. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Our buddy Jacob Imrani is, and we talked about car accidents all the time, but think about this. Motorcycle, scooter,
e-bike,
as a pedestrian, an e-bike, whatever that is. In a moment of crisis, you get into an accident, you want somebody who is going to guide you through the entire process. The one thing, John, you should never do, talk to the other guy's insurance company, because they are going to send you a lowball offer, and you're going to have to fight that off. Let Jacob do all the talking.
And here's how you get a hold of Jacob. It's a really easy number to remember. I would just put it in your phone right now. 800-345-6789. If you can count from 3 to 9, you can remember this number. 800-345-6789. You did this.
I did this. I mean, we trust Jacob around here. He's a friend of ours. He's a friend of the show. He's a partner of our station. He's a legal partner with the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. I mean, he's a guy you can trust. So when the moment calls, remember to count on Jacob. 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party and live remote broadcast brought to you by Michelob Ultra on Monday, March 16th at Bar Louie in Downey. It's me, Bethel Duran. I'm going to have the Lakers pregame show live at 5 o'clock. We'll be breaking down the matchup before tip-off. And then watch the game with me and fellow Laker fans, where you can enjoy ice-cold Michelob Ultra and feel the energy all night long. Monday, March 16th, Bar Louie in Downey with ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Los Angeles Lakers. It's going to be a party, oh party.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB, go for it and bring something different to the table.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
You're just starting to see more consistent performances. I think that the understanding of what's being asked is more obvious, and it's not a direct criticism of LeBron. It's just, it's easier when there's one less option there.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
The guy that keeps coming up in all this, and we don't talk about him unless he screws something up, is JJ. JJ is the guy with his hands on the controls. He must see this. He must know this.
Sure.
Or maybe he disagrees with us.
With just Luka and with just Reed, it's less cluttered. And I think that's the perfect description. It's just easier. And not that they don't have flaws, they do. These are things that are starting to come together where it's not the sampler's getting larger and larger, and the answer is remaining the same.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. The biggest show on the radio, this is Mason in Ireland. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Ireland, now this is a movie you would like.
What is it?
Marty Supreme.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's a really fun movie. You know who's really good in it? Kevin O'Leary. Excellent in the movie.
Mr. Wonderful?
Mr. Wonderful is excellent in this movie.
Okay.
Yeah, playing everybody's not.
He gets to spank Timothy Chalamet.
He spanks him, literally spanks him. Yeah. So speaking of spanking Timothy Chalamet, he has been spanked publicly for some comments that he made on a show on CNN that he did with Matthew McConaughey. And tell me, John, we're going to play these. Tell me if you think he deserves criticism.
And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore. All respect to the ballet and opera people out there. I just lost 14 cents in viewership. But, damn, I just took shots for no reason.
That's not a shot. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. So.
Okay, so he is taking a shot there at ballet.
My
and
guy Nathan
opera.
Lane jumped on him.
Yeah, Nathan Lane's on him. I'm sure anybody that likes ballet and opera.
Yeah, I don't.
Again,
I
10 of you.
By the way, I'm unapologetic for people. I mean, everybody, like Sedano says, everybody's mad about everything.
Right.
If Timothy Chalamet doesn't like ballet and doesn't like opera, more power to him.
He actually said, and maybe this makes a difference, he said nobody cares about him.
I don't.
Now, have you ever been to an opera?
No. Wait, no. And by the way, you would have to pay me to go.
I have been to an opera, but I went for a specific reason. I was Sydney, Australia, and I went to see an opera at the Sydney Opera House, and it was amazing.
That's a bucket list thing.
Incredible experience. Ballet.
Well, have you ever been to the Disney Hall here?
I've never been to the Walt Disney Concert Hall.
It's unbelievable.
What did you see there?
I'm trying to remember.
It was
like
a symphony.
It was Philharmonic, I think.
Now, does anybody care about that?
I enjoyed it, but if you don't, I don't care. I'm unapologetic for things I don't care about.
Right.
Why do we all have to universally care about and lie? If Timothy Chalamet doesn't like ballet and doesn't like opera, and he says it, okay. There are people that do like ballet and opera. If it's not for you, this drives me nuts.
And by the way, and there are people that think acting is a stupid profession. Timothy Chalamet should know that about half the world thinks he's doing something dumb.
The opera and the ballet is a niche,
very niche
interest. It's also prohibitively expensive for most people. Like I actually looked to buy tickets to season at the Disney Opera House or Disney Concert Hall. It was so expensive.
Yeah, right.
And I'm just like, I can't go.
And by the way,
I'll give you another one.
Yeah.
I don't have any fancy art in my house.
I have one piece of really good art.
Lisa and I bought a painting in Hawaii one year that hangs over our bar that we spent a little money on. But when I say a little money, it was like $400, $500. There are people that have stuff that costs $1 million that I have no appreciation for.
And good for them. Now, one time there was I did a social media video, and the thing that I own was behind me.
What is it?
It's a piece of
is it a sculpture or a painting or what?
It's a painting that's got sculpting on it. It's by a guy. Do you remember Hal's on Main Street in Venice?
I don't know.
Right,
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, on Abercrombie.
I'm down there a lot.
Great big painting on the wall.
Okay.
It's by a guy named Laddie.
And it spoke to you?
Yeah, and it's by a guy named Laddie John Dill, and so I bought this Laddie John Dill painting. It's surrounded by
if it makes
and
if it has meaning to you
I totally
and it makes you feel good, more power to you. But I'm not going to rip Timothy Chalamet for saying he doesn't like opera and he doesn't like what was the other thing he said?
Ballet.
Ballet.
I've never seen
I don't
ballet.
like opera and I don't like ballet.
I think the people that are so mad about this have never been to either. I'll just say that.
I agree.
Here's the other thing. Michael ran into somebody and we were in Cleveland.
Right.
And he ran into somebody at the hotel who had no idea who LeBron James was. And Michael couldn't believe it. He couldn't get over it.
Right.
You don't know who LeBron James is.
That's hard to believe.
I'm just, and the woman said, I'm just not a sports fan.
Yeah.
And I felt sorry for her, but I didn't judge her.
Right.
I mean, I like, if you don't like, I've gotten great enjoyment out of sports, but that's my thing. If you get great enjoyment out of ballet, that's your thing.
Right.
If you get great enjoyment out of opera, that's your thing. I don't think Timothy Chalamet should be killed for this.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a dumb, but in the end, I mean, he's got a dumb job too. He made a little niche-y ping pong movie. That's
Can I answer the question you teased?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'll add this. Diana Rossini, great reporter, says A.J. Brown trade discussions with the Rams are not dead. Last week, she says she was told the Rams discussed trading for A.J. Brown before dealing for Trent McDuffie. Dialogue slowed, but Los Angeles continues to monitor the status of the three-time Pro Bowler with interest.
Okay. If you said, would you rather have A.J. Brown or Mekhi Lemon?
In a hypothetical world, you could use the 13th pick on Mekhi Lemon, or you could trade the 13th pick for A.J. Brown.
Every team that wins the Super Bowl, you will find a player that is underpaid because he's still in his rookie deal.
Yep.
Every single, for the Chiefs, for a little while, it was Mahomes.
Yeah.
He was still in his rookie. The Seahawks, Russell Wilson, still in his rookie deal. This year's
Brock
Seahawks
Purdy,
team,
they did that.
JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba is on his rookie deal until next year. Now he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
But Mekhi Lemon on a rookie deal or A.J. Brown, who's kind of a malcontent for big money, this is a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah, to me, it is. I mean, if I get a choice, and it may be that the Rams are going to go completely somewhere else.
If they went defense,
13.
I wouldn't blame them.
They went defense at 13. They went offensive line at 13. There are other options for them. In a world where they don't use the 13th pick on Mekhi Lemon, then would you want A.J. Brown?
I would. It depends what his cost would be, but he's coming here to eat third behind Puka and Devontae. What
Why do you think
are you
second?
getting rid of one of them?
No, I'm having Devontae eat third. I'm having a Devontae literally only for red zone situations. I'm having A.J. Brown for everything. A.J. Brown and Puka for everything else. Because Devontae is such a weapon in the red zone, but he is not as big of a threat everywhere else. You kind of give Devontae a little rest because he's older, and you have him less involved in A.J. Brown and Puka. The thing is, so if the choice is between Mekhi Lemon and A.J. Brown, here's the case for A.J. Brown. Proven versus unproven in the NFL. Mekhi Lemon is not proven in the NFL.
Right.
Who knows if he's going to be good in the NFL? We have all the data that we assume he will be good in the NFL, but we don't know for sure. A.J. Brown, we know for sure, is a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. And he would make the Rams automatically better on day one.
I dispute your premise. Here's why. Everybody knew JSN coming out of Ohio State was going to be great. The Seahawks took him. He's better than great.
Sure.
He might be the best receiver in the league now, him or Jamar Chase. But there was no doubt he was going to be great. I watched Mekhi Lemon play every game. He is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's the same guy.
Yep.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown catches 100 passes a year. But I have zero worry drafting Mekhi Lemon and saying he's unproven because he played in the Big Ten
right.
against great competition and torched everybody.
Let me give you another person.
Go ahead, Em.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
I'm not giving up on him yet. Are you?
I am not believing in that at all. There's also Hollywood Brown. Also not that great.
That's
I never thought. I thought Hollywood Brown was just a fast guy. But
I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is not going to be a key receiver in this league, and he could be what Mekhi Lemon was.
If you remember anything from our years working together, whenever that ends, remember this. Anybody who goes to the Arizona Cardinals is getting screwed. They are a completely dysfunctional organization with a bad owner. The Bidwells are Artie Moreno. All right?
Look at Trey McBride. He is shining.
Right, but Trey McBride is almost doing it by default. Like he's doing it in spite of the ownership. Marvin Harrison's too young to say he's not going to be any good.
Right, he's only 23. He'll be age 24 season.
He's older than Trey McBride.
If they gave up on Marvin Harrison and let him go somewhere else, he would flourish.
I agree.
I doubt.
I think he would. I think he would.
Put
him in the right system. I think he's great. I don't think he's a superstar, but I think he's good.
Going back to the original question, if you, again, look at every team that's ever won the Super Bowl, there will be somebody, if not multiple people, who are outperforming their contract.
Yes.
And to me, I'm guessing, when the Rams won, it was probably Kyron Williams. He hadn't been paid yet, right?
True. Had not been paid.
This year it was JSN. He hadn't been paid yet.
Yep.
In the Chiefs' years, Trent McDuffie hadn't been paid yet.
Yeah.
He won the Super Bowl in his rookie year and in his second year.
Yeah, if you can get a cheap, ascending, developing player like Mekhi.
Cheap, ascending, developing player. Did you just not describe Mekhi Lemon?
Yeah.
That's the definition of what that guy is.
Right.
Yeah, I have zero hesitation.
I think all the stuff with I want the ball and I'm not getting thrown. Can you imagine? He was upset he wasn't being thrown to enough in Philadelphia. Come here and he's battling with Devontae Adams and he's battling with Puka Nacua.
I think that the Eagles' bad organization that doesn't know how to deal with the star players. I think the Rams do know how to deal with that. They dealt with that with OBJ when he was here. I think that it's a different organization.
Except the Rams are like the Dodgers. If you agree to come and play for the Rams, check your ego at the door because Sean McVay is going to spread the ball around.
Which I think he will. Which I think is why A.J. Brown. That's the argument for him. I think he will be better here. I think he will have less distractions in terms of like the fighting in the media. Our media is a lot easier on our players than the Philadelphia media is. I think it'll be an easier deal for A.J. Brown.
Yeah,
so, I out of curiosity, I know you're taking a side in this to spur debate, but do you actually believe that A.J. Brown would be the right guy for the Rams?
Or do you think he'd be better than Mekhi Lemon if it was up to you?
If our window is 2 years,
yes.
I think A.J. Brown is better in those 2 years than Mekhi Lemon will be in 2 years.
And by the way, each draft, and I know we got to get to
Icebreakers and all the rest of it.
But
it's Friday, so screw it.
every draft, somebody who you don't expect drops.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say this year it's Caleb Downs.
Okay.
I heard Mike Mayock talking about how he's not even sure Caleb Downs is a first-round pick.
Really?
If Caleb Downs is on the board when the Rams pick 13th, don't they have to take him, even if Lemon's still there? That is an impact safety, multi-time All-American, projected to be a top 5 pick by every draft board out there. If he somehow fell to 13, you can't not take him, right?
Right. Well, to be clear, Mel Kiper's last mock draft has him going 2 to the Jets.
Yeah,
so
but I mean, it depends.
If he were to, here's the thing: if he were to fall, I would really want to know why. Like, for example, was it an accident that Dalton Knecht fell to the Lakers?
Maybe not.
That many teams passed on him.
But you know why they passed on him? His age. He spent 4 years in college.
Yeah, and that's what you want. You want a guy that develops in college.
Not in basketball.
Really?
Look at every basketball draft. The last 4-year player, was Tim Duncan.
But you look at guys arrived to the league more finished when they played 3 years or 4 years.
I agree with you, but look at what the teams believe. Why do you think we took Jalen Hood-Schifino and passed on Jaime Jaquez? Because Jalen Hood-Schifino had played 1 year. They were drafting on potential. I hate it, but they do it.
Yeah, and it's a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I knew Jaime Jaquez was going to be a good pro.
Yeah.
Knew it. And
now I saw him. He's like 4th for Sixth Man of the Year this year.
In the NBA, for whatever reason, if you stay 4 years, it works against you. In football, it's more common because you can't come out when you're a freshman.
Right. How many years did Austin Reeves go to school?
4.
And
didn't get drafted.
Yeah. I always think of Kyle Kuzma. He's another guy.
3.
Steph was 4.
3.
Was 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there's an advantage to drafting somebody that's got more experience.
But in the NFL, not the NBA.
That's not what the NBA thinks. If you look at, including the Lakers, if you look at the picks they've made over the years, remember they took Andrew Bynum one year. He didn't even go to college.
See, to me, that's a market inefficiency that you should exploit.
Right.
If nobody's doing it, then maybe you should.
Agree with you.
All right, coming up next, we're going to do some icebreakers. It is an F It Friday. We will do some sports graffiti coming up. Oh, actually, we'll do that coming up, too. We'll do that. Pepe has taken his Oscar predictions so seriously that he's got them in a sealed envelope, and we will reveal some of the results coming up a little bit later on the show, too. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
In a way, I'm just like a leprechaun. I'm lucky and charming. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Cadillac Escalade IQL the 29th. Earn entries now playing your favorite games, and you could drive home in a new Cadillac.
And the number one reason.
Pick your lucky March Mania bracket, and you could be a millionaire. We're giving away $1 million guaranteed April 7th for a perfect bracket. See website for details.
Morongo, good times.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program may only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it could end your debt nightmare and save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. For free information and to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, simply go online and visit DRA.com or call 800-433-8909. 800-433-8909. Again, that's 800-433-8909.
Listen to Mason and Ireland, weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
And it is Mason and Ireland on ESPN LA. It's time for Icebreakers. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka, the finest vodka sourced from Idaho potatoes. Get it, Idaho, Johnny I, the Idaho compound. Enjoy Blue Ice Classic Vodka or their unique flavors like Huckleberry and Double Espresso. Find Blue Ice in stores and ask for them by name. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
March is a tight one, guys.
Oof.
Scores.
All because I didn't move on Al Davis as quickly as Mace did.
John and Mace are tied at 15.
Yep.
Brian is at 11. The others have 7, and I have 5.
Okay.
Wow, this
Very
me,
tight.
you, and Brian as tight as we've been.
Very tight.
Yeah. All right, here we
go. For 10 points. I was born in 1963 in Massachusetts.
Did you say 63?
That is correct.
Okay.
For 9 points. I claim to have lost my virginity listening to The Who.
Sure, that describes many people, actually.
These first two clues
many
are
people,
basically me.
Many people in the 70s.
I was born in 63,
yes.
and I think I did lose my virginity listening to The Who. All right.
All right, 8 points. I have hosted SNL only once, and it was in the early 2000s.
Okay.
Okay.
For 7 points. I have twice hosted the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Oh, okay. 62.
For 6 points. I was editor of the Harvard Lampoon for 2 years in a row, and I was the second person to have ever done this. Before
Mason.
me... Go ahead.
Conan O'Brien.
That is correct!
Yeah!
Conan O'Brien, who will be the host of the Oscars this weekend. Here are some other things that I would have had. My hair is a defining feature of mine. I'm in a movie that was nominated for an Oscar this year. He's in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Yes.
I now own my own podcast where I Need a Friend, and I own a podcast network. So there we go. That's 6 points for Mace, and that takes him to the lead with 21 points.
I wouldn't have got that. I was waiting for one more clue, but I thought it was Stephen Colbert.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't think Colbert had ever hosted SNL.
I knew Conan was involved in that Harvard thing. Whatever they call that, the Lampoon.
And then I also thought about Jon Stewart, but I
did too.
I
but I
didn't
don't think he was a
remember
Harvard
Jon
guy.
Stewart hosting SNL.
Yeah.
And who gave us the segment, John?
My friends at Blue Ice Vodka. Crafted in the heart of America from the finest Idaho potatoes, distilled for clarity, filtered for perfection. Blue Ice isn't just vodka, it's a statement. Your fit-friendly vodka, no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Love Blue Ice. If you've never tried it, try it once, you'll be hooked. Blue Ice Vodka.
It's time to play that song, John.
213-799-0139.
All right, so sports graffiti time. Jump on the phones right now. Talked about a bunch of stuff. Lakers win last night. Huge game tomorrow. Huge stretch they're in right now. These next 7 games will really determine where they're going to finish in the seeding, I think. 213-799-0139. Maybe you got a take on Mekhi Lemon or on A.J. Brown, whether you would want him with the Rams, if that was, in fact, a possibility. USA taking on Canada later on today in the quarterfinals of the World Baseball Classic. 213-799-0139. And now, John, it is time. Pepe Mantilla took his Oscar prediction so seriously. They're in a sealed envelope. And M, you're about to open the envelope?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All right. So the envelope is open.
Yep.
Just you don't have to read all of them, but just read if there are any surprises.
How about, Mace, you ask me for a category.
Okay, I'll ask you for a category.
And we'll sprinkle them out throughout the show.
Okay, best actor.
All right, best actor. He had one answer, crossed it out.
Oh.
And then wrote Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B.
That's what I picked.
Yeah, I think Michael B. Jordan's the right answer there.
All right, give me 2 more.
How about best supporting actor?
Best supporting actor. Again, had one, crossed him out.
Oh, wow.
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn is who you wound up with,
Okay.
yeah.
And then one more for this one.
Yeah, best animated feature.
Best animated feature. Didn't cross this one out.
Okay.
And he had K-pop Demon Hunter.
All right,
so
there you
kind of
go.
chalk there, but interesting picks for Pepe. We'll sprinkle them out throughout the show.
Good for Pepe. He
So,
took it so
are
seriously.
you a Sean Penn fan?
As an actor, I think he's unbelievable.
I think he's a great actor.
He's a
I
nut
just
job.
find him to be self-important.
Well, he's really he's a little crazy.
I remember when there was one of these award shows, maybe even have been the Oscars,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody cracked a joke about another actor.
Yeah.
And Sean Penn got all offended by it. I go, it's the guy hosting the Oscars. What's wrong with
Apparently
you?
at one of the award shows this year, he was just smoking cigarettes the entire time, sitting at the table smoking cigarettes.
Sounds like
Yeah,
him.
doing his own thing. Who knows if he'll even show up on Sunday. All right, 213-799-0139. Getting your calls in here next for Sports Graffiti. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about Prize Picks. Shoot your shot right now on Prize Picks. It's an unbelievable opportunity. $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks, again, now giving you $50 in lineups when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, every board, every hit, every home run, every strikeout that much more exciting. Don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports. It's super easy to play. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you cash in. Pick from all your favorite sports, anything from basketball, March Madness is going on, baseball, hockey, soccer, tennis, golf, esports. You can mix them all up, put them all together. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MACE, M-A-S-E, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that is code MACE, M-A-S-E, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
Wow, Carlos Vela's going from El Rey to El Jefe. Carlos is back not as a player, but as part owner of LAFC. We'll get into that. We'll also preview LAFC's next match versus St. Louis. And don't miss Angel City forward Riley Tiernan as she joins the show to talk about Sunday's home opener at BMO. That's Countdown to Kickoff presented by BMO tomorrow at 3 p.m.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up. I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe? Yeah. I only paid. Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end March 31st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And you know it's time for Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland. This is where you call in and talk to the fellas. Now, we may not know the phone number. Oh, what is it? 213-799-0139? 213-799-0139. You get to talk to Mason and Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason and Ireland.
Hector Garola Inglewood. Been following them since they began, since they were in San Diego. I love Mason and Ireland on ESPN LA.
I love them because they've kept me entertained for, over 15 years now. You're listening to Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
All right, so my name is Tino, and I'm from South Central LA. And the reason I do listen to Mason and Ireland, for at least the last 25 years, they've been a big part of my life. Through the ups and downs.
Who's your favorite, Mason or Ireland?
Ooh, it's hard to say. It's hard to, I relate more with Mason.
Most people do. Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, phones are lit, Ireland.
All right, here we go. Perry in Bakersfield is our leadoff hitter. Perry, you're on Sports Graffiti. How long is it going to take Mason to drive from downtown L.A. to Bakersfield next Friday?
I do that often. I'm going to say 2 hours because you're coming to us instead of the opposite way.
It's going to be worth it, man. I'm excited. I hope you stop out at Hard Rock Casino Tejon.
Yeah. When are you going to be there, by the way?
Next Friday, noon to 3.
Week from today.
Yeah, me and Momo.
Okay. Perfect. We will be there. We're going to come support you. John, I want to rescind my trade, similar to what I did to the Ravens did. I tried to trade you for the play-by-play, if you remember, with the Clippers. I want to take that back.
Okay.
Because people on outside of Lakers talk are 100% real. We need you all the time. You always come with the funny stuff. You'll do anything for $100. So we need you. So just like that, I want to rescind that trade.
Okay.
We're needed. just not talk about the Lakers. That's it.
All right.
Thanks, so, I feel like Max Crosby then. He traded me, and now he's letting me go back.
You go back, yeah.
Here's Johnny in L.A. Hey, Johnny, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hi.
Hey, how's it going? Appreciate you taking my call.
Sure.
John, I wanted to run something by you.
Yeah.
You mentioned that, talking about reducing the NBA season. I know we can't take 10 games off. So I have some very back-of-the-envelope math. I'm taking Luka as my example.
Okay.
So right now he's playing about 75% of NBA minutes and about 36 minutes a game. What if we took 2 minutes off of each quarter? So bring game time from 12 minutes a quarter down to 10 minutes a quarter. That takes off about 5 or 6 minutes of game time for Luka if he still plays that 75%, right? So from 36 minutes down to 30 minutes. If you extrapolate that over a full season, that's over 400 minutes of game time, which obviously equates to about 10 full games of game time. And given that you're getting that game time back, we can even add additional, mandatory timeouts, TV timeouts, 1 per half. So that way you're adding, more ad inventory. The league can pull in money that way. Why is that a bad idea?
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's
better than doing nothing.
And it's better than saying we're going to subtract games.
Yes.
But the couple things you run into, almost everything is sponsored.
Yeah,
from the
right.
free throws to and so you're taking 8 minutes of game time out, so you lose those sponsorships in the 8 minutes. You'd have to find a way to make up that money. And I think what Adam Silver has said is he would entertain the college format, which is 20-minute halves, so you wouldn't have so much stoppage.
Right.
If you had 10-minute quarters, that's a lot of stoppage.
Sure.
So 20-minute halves, do the timeouts every 4 minutes, and go from there. I don't hate that idea at all.
By the way, the one thing they'll say though is, in that world of load management, they say that it's the get up and get going that is the problem. Once you get up and get going, it's not like having the night off, even if there are limited minutes.
Freddie in San Bernardino. Hi, Freddie. You're on Sports Graffiti.
Hey, Freddie.
Happy Friday, guys.
You too, man.
Happy Friday. Very loyalist to both you guys, long-time listener, long-time Laker fan. Just hear me out for the second. I'm a little worried coming into the playoffs. Who do you think's a better team? And I know one of these teams will not be in the playoffs. I understand that. The Minnesota, the Knicks, or Chicago?
Of those three, the Knicks are the best team. Of those three,
second best.
Minnesota.
Okay. You got a score. This is what worries me.
Okay.
You have a score. Timberwolves scored 106 points against the Lakers without LeBron. Knicks scored 97 without LeBron. The Bulls scored 130 with LeBron. That concerns me moving forward to the playoffs. I know JJ's in a predicament on adjusting the lineup, but something has to be worked out where the best defensive team is in there at crucial moments. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I will tell you this, that the best defensive player on our team who sets the tone defensively, Freddie, is Marcus Smart.
Yep.
And Marcus Smart didn't play last night. And Jackson Hayes is very active as well, and he didn't play last night.
Yep.
So I think that has something to do with it. But I don't think you're crazy to point out that they need to lock in defensively. And I will say this, Freddie, you said, I'm a little worried about the playoffs. The playoffs start tomorrow.
Yeah, we're in the playoffs.
The next 6 games are all against playoff teams. It's Denver. It's 2 games in Houston. It's Miami. It's Orlando.
Yep.
It's Detroit. All those teams are going to be in the postseason. So we're going to find out over the next 7 to 9 days if we're contenders or pretenders. That's just it. What?
Yeah.
DeAndre Hawkins is calling into Sports Graffiti. What are you doing?
So I wanted to be a special guest on Sports Graffiti only because I heard your guys' segment in regards to A.J. Brown and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
Look, I have to defend my Philadelphia Eagles, and I would like to say that A.J. Brown is not going nowhere. The Eagles love A.J. Brown.
You can keep him.
And look, I love Emily, but when I heard her saying that the Eagles don't know how to handle their superstars. The Philadelphia Eagles are a team that have been in the Super Bowl 2 times in a span of 6 years. So I have to throw that out there. And for you guys to say that A.J. Brown will be a good fit for the Rams because of all of his drama, look, if he has all these issues with the Eagles, don't you think you have those same issues on the Rams?
100%. That's what we just said.
No, look at OBJ. He shut up when he got to the Rams. There are so many people that go to the Rams and have zero drama. It's the Rams. The Eagles always have drama, my dude. You know that better than anyone.
See, but the difference is that look at the careers. OBJ was already on his way down compared to A.J. Brown and still playing at an all-time high. He's still one of the top 5 receivers in the league.
DeAndre, all-time high, he sits on the bench and reads books.
And guess what? He still was a 1,000-yard receiver that year, and the Eagles still won a Super Bowl.
I just don't understand why you love A.J. Brown.
But listen,
he's a malcontent.
DeAndre, I guess the point is all of us don't want him. Yeah. We have agreed that we don't want him.
DeAndre, you're not.
I want him.
You can have him.
He's coming at Emily.
Oh, Emily, yeah.
I want him.
So that's it. I just wanted to be a special call.
Okay,
you are a special guest. Thank you, DeAndre. See you in a minute. He's calling Fry from the next room.
Yeah.
Josh.
Get to work.
Josh in Orange County, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hi, Josh.
Hey, guys. I got 2 things. I got a sports take and I got a AI take.
Okay.
So my sports take is Clipper social media. They are a joke. They are going on social media pages and saying this is the first time in history that an NBA team has come from like 6-21 record to 1 record above 500. I'm like, come on, we're not even in the playoffs yet, and they're celebrating that. So they are what they are.
Yep.
My AI take is, John, when you get a chance, check your Twitter, and I think Gemini is better than ChatGPT, and you'll see for that reason. But Tom Cruise turned down the role of Iron Man. Michelle Pfeiffer turned down the role of Clarice in Silence of the Lambs.
Right.
Do you guys see or think with AI that they're going to be making movies more or less like, what if we cast these characters, or what if they put these characters instead of these characters coming out? How do you think that would be for Hollywood going down the road in the future?
I think there's going to be a great deal of resistance in using the concept of AI actors or any sort of manipulation of the acting. I think in terms of production design, we may see other stuff. It's not real production design in the traditional sense, but there is going to be a constant tension between AI and art.
And I think we saw this. There's a really great podcast called What Went Wrong, and they did it on Toy Story. And when Toy Story came out, it was the first movie that used CGI to this extent.
Okay.
And it was really resistant to a lot of animators who use CGI rather than hand-drawn animation. But instead, we are now still hiring animators, and it's just a tool to be used by animators. So I think there's a world in which it can be a tool.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Mace, you were questioning what AI can do and what it can't do.
Yes.
Okay, so Josh, one of our listeners.
Oh, no. What did he do?
No, it's a still photo.
Yep.
But tell me this does not look real.
Okay. Wow, that is insane.
Josh, one of our listeners, has Luka sitting on a bench and Mason and I whispering to him and Emily and Michael standing behind him. The amazing thing about this is Michael's wearing a tie.
Yeah,
I've known Michael for 30 years. I've only seen him wear a tie twice.
Yeah, the tie is a stretch.
The first time was at the White House when we went to be honored by President Obama after the Lakers won the title.
Yep.
And the second time was at Dr. Buss's funeral. So I have no idea where he got this. But look how clean that is. Boy, Emily looks great in that picture, too.
Yeah.
Good for you, Emily.
Yeah.
I know it's AI.
Yeah, but
more power
but
to
still,
you.
But still. You want to wrap it, or you want to go one more?
Let's go one more.
Okay.
Ryan in Long Beach. Hey, Ryan, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. How you guys doing today?
Good, man.
Good.
Oh, man. Being the last person, there was so much stuff going on, and I had my mindset on one thing, really. First of all, I just got off of John Ireland's second home, Black Gold.
Nice.
Played around.
Love it there.
So
great day for
did
golf.
all right. And I was like, oh, Sports Graffiti. And then I heard you guys talking about Sean Penn, and I was like, man, okay, let's talk about this guy real quick. You know, he is like basically he's an amazing actor. Like the fact that he's just sitting there smoking cigarettes at the Golden Globes or whatever it is. Like, I don't know. I feel like this guy, he is from, everybody thinks of Spicoli. They think of these classic, just laid back roles. And, just let the guy. And I always think about that movie Tropic Thunder, right, where they're having the conversation about I Am Sam. And I'm like, oh, man, he got robbed for that movie, but, because of that, whatever it is. Either way, the guy is, I feel like he's such a wild card. I hope he wins. I hope he shows up. And, go Sean Penn. I'm all for it.
Okay. There's a big support. A lot of people apparently loving Sean Penn. He's great in the movie. You've not seen the movie, but he's really funny. He's very funny in the picture.
Good.
All right, coming up next for you, Greg Bergman's going to be along. We're going to do a little Boys in Blue report. Don't forget USA versus Canada coming up a little bit later on this afternoon as we move into the quarterfinals of the World Baseball Classic. I've got some predictions from baseball writers on who's going to come out on top in this thing. We'll do that coming up along with Greg. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you're hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter. It can help you find qualified candidates for all your jobs fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who use ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Ian Siegel. I saw Ian Siegel today. Ian Siegel, who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. We don't leave anything to chance. And he's right. They have an algorithm that matches your job to someone with that specific skill set. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs. So what are you waiting for? Go to this website and use it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The stars of the black and gold are ready to shine once again. LAFC returned to MLS play at BMO Stadium.
Hey, this is Son Heung-min.
Led by Son Heung-min and Denis Bouanga versus St. Louis City SC.
It is Denis Bouanga, Los Angeles Football Club.
LAFC are aiming to stay undefeated in MLS play. Los Angeles Football Club versus St. Louis City SC.
ESPN LA is black and gold.
Pre-game gets going tomorrow at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. Everyone loves the new 2026 Toyota Electric BZ XLE that has a range of over 300 miles. You can drive one away on a 36-month lease with any old free and clear trade down for only $239 a month. That's a $36,000 car that needs no gas. No cash required. Just drive any old car, truck, or van you own outright in the Wonders Toyota or Northridge Toyota and drive out with a $239 lease payment.
2026 Toyota BZ XLE FWD. Offer good on any BZ model in stock with an MSRP under $36,650. Over 10 to choose from. Lease excludes tax, title, license, and dealer fees.
We just saw Greg Bergman sit down, so we'll get to Boys in Blue in just a few seconds. But LAFC keeps the momentum rolling at home. Tomorrow, the Black and Gold take on St. Louis City at BMO Stadium. Tune in at 3 p.m. on 7:10 a.m. for our countdown to kickoff presented by BMO, the official bank of LAFC. Mario Ruiz gets you ready with interviews and insight before the game at 7 and kickoff at 7:30. Stream the game live on the ESPN LA app, home of LAFC.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You know I'm serious about the game day menu, right? If we've got the game on, I'm not messing around in the kitchen. You know what I'm doing? I'm going straight to Pizza Hut. Right now, they've got 2 insane deals. A large 1-topping pizza or a medium 3-topping pizza for just $9.99 each when you carry out. Order online at pizzahut.com, or if you don't have it by now, grab your phone and download the Pizza Hut app and bring home a guaranteed win tonight.
Available at participating locations. Extra charge for stuffed crust and original pan, extra cheese, and extra toppings.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
They all pitch to Rojas.
Hey, this is Miguel Rojas from the Los Angeles Dodgers.
It's back! It's on its way! Out of here! Miguel Rojas!
You're listening to Mason and Ireland Show.
Mason and Ireland rolls on.
There it is. The Boys in Blue report.
Boys in Blue.
What's happening, Bergman?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Can I stray away from the blue? Well, not really even straying away from it.
You do whatever you want to do.
Talk World Baseball Classic with you for a second?
Sure.
Would you think less of me if I don't root as hard as I was rooting last week because of the dumb, idiotic, stupid stuff that Mark DeRosa did and said? I was super into it, and now I almost feel, part of me feels, I'm still rooting for the USA, and I definitely want us to beat Canada because I think that bit's funny.
Yeah.
Canada can't beat us in anything.
Of course.
But I think the other nations care more, and I would not be crushed, Greg, if Shohei and Japan won the whole thing.
I wouldn't either. So are you not going to – you're still going to watch the WBC, but just not root for United States as much?
I'm not going to be as invested as I was before because I think we disrespected the tournament.
So I think it's not just Mark DeRosa either. It's Bryce Harper disrespected it right from the beginning, and that really drove me nuts because he could this is great and all, but it's not an Olympic gold medal. It's not as good as an Olympic gold medal.
Yeah,
First
why
of all,
say that?
Especially in the middle of the tournament.
Yeah,
why are you doing that in the middle? First of all, this can be something. This can be like the World Cup.
And to your point, to those other countries, it kind of is.
Exactly, because I don't think very many teams in the Olympics. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mace. It's only like 8 teams that actually play in baseball in the Olympics.
I don't know because baseball, remember, has not been in the Olympics Oh no, it was in Sydney.
Yeah, Tommy
Lasorda
won.
I forget how many teams were in that.
Yeah, it's just not as much. This is what it is. You can make this like the World Cup.
Right.
You can make this a giant thing, and everybody's into it. Casuals are into the WBC.
The
right
ratings
now.
are like incredible
off the
for
charts.
it. Yeah.
And so for you to come out, Bryce Harper, and say that this is really just not that big of a deal, and it shows with the way he's playing. He's not playing great, and it disappointed me about how, because then you see the DR. And they're going crazy, and Israel's going crazy, and Italy's drinking in the dugouts.
And
cappuccinos.
Shohei's tearing up when he's being introduced. I mean, the
guy from Czechia.
Mace uses a phrase all the time that I think all of us have stolen from you. The care factor is much higher with the other countries than it is for us, and it's kind of turning me off.
Yeah. So I don't think less of you at all, John. Right. I think
Mike was here yesterday. He said, "You're being un-American."
Yes, a little bit.
But we're allowed, like a foreigner.
I'm allowed to root. I'm allowed to root for my favorite player, Shohei Otani.
Yeah, 100%. And I would root for Shohei. I'm going to root for Korea. You know, Gene's Korean, so I got a little bit of skin in the game. And Hyunjin Ryu is pitching tonight, and Haesung Kim is playing as long as his ankle. As long as that's okay.
Yeah.
So root for the other teams. I didn't think they were deserved to even move on. They got in luckily because Mexico couldn't win.
Yeah, if they lose tonight to Canada,
they will not.
I agree with you. I don't think they're going to lose. But if they lose, isn't there a part of you that says, yeah, they kind of had it coming?
Yeah, I think in the second round they are definitely going to lose to the DR.
You think so?
I do.
DR's
depends who pitches.
I think the DR is going to win the whole thing.
So Logan Webb is pitching tonight for the United States.
Oh, isn't it Skeens against?
It's probably Skeens.
Oh,
so
Skeens versus the Dominicans. That could
that's
change
everything.
So who would pitch the championship game?
So Nolan McLean.
Nolan McLean, who was not good.
We can't do
not
better
good.
than that.
Yeah.
Well,
wait, no, who's the guy they brought in for Kershaw? I heard they were looking at that guy as a possibility for.
They made a couple.
Joe Ryan.
Joe
coming
back.
Oh, yeah, Who's Joe Ryan?
He was with
the
Twins. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Brian's
the American League very well.
Yeah, he was with the. You're NL.
I am so NL. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's with the Twins.
Yeah, I think who do you think is going to win?
So I think Japan wins again.
Ireland.
I picked Japan at the start. I'll stick with it.
BC.
USA, baby.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Come on.
All American.
And how much
you're such a
American?
You're such a homer.
No, we win tonight. Paul Skeens against the DR. Come on.
And what about you?
I think the DR wins.
I also think the DR wins.
DR is really good.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just the Padres.
The odds right now, U.S. is still a heavy favorite, 5-4 odds. Dominicans are second at 2-1, and Japan is at 4-1.
So there's something to be said about the fact that they got in the way that they did, and they look like fools, all of them.
Yeah.
DeRosa looks like a fool. Harper looks like a fool. Aaron Judge striking out makes him look bad. So I think there could be like a lock-in factor.
Plus, I mean, let's face it, Mark DeRosa could screw the whole thing up. He doesn't remember the rules of anything.
Did you hear afterwards?
And then he tried to lie about it afterwards. He said, "Of course I knew. Really, you knew? Why'd you play Goldschmidt against a right-hander and Bryce Harper, your best home run threat, is sitting on the bench? Why did you have Clayton Kershaw warming up in the bullpen
when you had Mason Miller and you hadn't used him yet?"
Right, and also he said that of course, he said, of course I knew. Then why did you go on and say we're already through and we of course we want to win, but we already went through?
He literally said on that day, "I just want to get my guys off their feet."
Right.
It's like it's been 3 games.
Then I misspoke. No, you were wrong.
You were wrong. All right, so let's talk about the Dodgers since this is the Boys in Blue report.
Mm-hmm.
Is Hae-Sung Kim, I know he's playing for Korea right now, but is he likely the second baseman, do you think, on opening day?
I think he's likely the second baseman, as long as he's healthy, because he did hurt himself going into second base on a steal in one of the last games. He didn't play against Australia, which was their 4th game. So he plays tonight, which I haven't looked at yet, and he's healthy going into the season. Yes, he's the second baseman. Miguel Rojas will be platooning with him, and so will Santiago Espinal.
What is the prognosis for Tommy Edman as to when he might be available?
So they're hoping that he's available a little bit, probably towards the beginning of the season, maybe by the end of April. But it's an ankle; it's been around for a while, so at some point, they're going to be very, very careful with it.
Literally, when we traded for him, this was the injury.
Yep. Yeah, it's never going anywhere.
It's ankle spurs is what we talked to Dr. Clapper about, and they just don't go away.
No, and so he's going to have to learn to play through the pain. So he's going to go up and down. He's going to come back. He'll play for a little bit. He'll probably go on the IL again. It's about being healthy, and you've seen it a million times with this Dodger team. It's about being healthy when the playoffs are there, and he's a big part of that playoff run. So as long as he's back and healthy with a little bit of ramp-up time, I think that's all they care about.
Let's ask. Okay, so I think personally, that Kyle Tucker should not be in the order where he currently is.
Second, you don't like his second?
I don't like him batting second. I don't maybe I'm just stupid, but I don't like going lefty.
So I mean,
I like going left, right, left, right, left, right. It makes it tougher on the other team when they line up relievers.
So I understand. I've heard John make that same point before, and for the most part, I think it's legit. But at the same time, do you care what pitcher comes in against Shohei Otani, a lefty or a righty? Do you care if Mookie Betts is a lefty or a righty? Do you care if any of the other guys do?
I think his point is they care. The other team.
The other team will line up,
but they're going to hit you. You can go either. They're not going to change their pitcher based upon that for the most part.
Well, they can't, right? They still have the 3-batter rule.
That's right. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to matter as much because Kyle Tucker. You going left. You're going with Shohei, Kyle Tucker, and then into Mookie Betts. It's really not changing much for you. They can hit anybody. You're going to have to take guys out no matter what.
Yeah, I can't find the splits on him.
It's about even on Kyle Tucker. It's about even.
Well, okay.
He's a slightly better, I believe, against righties than he is lefties.
Yeah, I'm going to make a stunning announcement. They're smarter than I am.
Right.
If the splits are reasonable,
they're
then
pretty much dead even.
And obviously, Shohei, you don't care.
No.
Kyle Tucker splits even. I mean,
the splits are even all the way up and down this roster at some point. So, and Kyle Tucker's right about there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Who brings us the Boys in Blue report?
The Boys in Blue report is brought to you by Hard Rock Casino Tejon, and we are going to be out at Hard Rock Casino Tejon
next Friday.
From today.
1 week from today. I'm going to try and. Is Donna Mashansky going to show up?
Is she going to drive
kind of a long haul
from
for
Palm
her.
Springs to Bakersfield?
Well, you have said many times
she has played there.
She has played there, and she loves it. I think you should bring Donna and not Stepdad Leo.
My brother Travis would love it. My brother Travis
bring
out
the whole family, Mace.
Yeah, the whole family.
Bring everybody.
Everybody.
You should go, Mace. You should go up there on Thursday night and spend the night.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
They do not have a hotel yet,
but there are definitely
Mace,
there are hotels
you should not
recommended.
go out there on Thursday night.
Yeah, it's not yet.
You
right?
can go out there, come back, go out there again in the morning if you'd like to.
Yeah, no, probably I'll just go in day of.
Yeah, probably
especially
best.
now.
Yeah. But honestly, if you can bring the family out, you absolutely should. I think a Donna Moshansky sighting would be fantastic.
That would be fantastic.
All right, so it's the easiest drive from downtown LA, and this March, Unity members can enter to win a brand new BMW with drawings every Thursday. Learn more at casino.hardrock.com/Dahone. Hard Rock Casino Dahone. This is how SoCal plays.
All right. Bergman, hang on for one more thing.
Sure.
After this. I forgot to get to that one thing that's really interesting about IKF from last year's World Series. So stay here for that. We'll do it coming up. Also, are you in or out on e-bikes? We'll get into that. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And you know we are LA's mega sports station. You spend every day with us on 710 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. But quite often you see us on the streets. The ESPN LA street team rolling up across the Southland and pulling up at the hottest events. Baby, let's cruise. You know who takes care of our rides? Our friends at George Chevrolet. The GM, John Good, his fantastic team. Find out more at GeorgeChevy.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Our ESPN LA street team, driven by our friends at George Chevrolet. George Chevy, off the 91 freeway in the city of Bellflower. Thanks to George Chevy for making our ESPN LA street team absolutely beautiful, man.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. March is about making bold moves. So why are you still sitting on those old floors? Upgrade your home with the #1 seed in flooring, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Millions of in-stock options in hardwood, laminate, waterproof vinyl, carpet, and turf. With true wholesale pricing year-round. First responders, military veterans get extra savings, and if you find a lower price anywhere, they'll match it. Visit the showroom next to Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway or visit HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No games, no gimmicks, because no sale beats wholesale.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BBGO for it and bring something different to the table.
Smalls here. If it feels like everybody's sick right now, you aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt that you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right in your home. It includes prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs and other common illnesses. It's in your kit the moment you need it. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at the pharmacy, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook and call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Order your medical emergency kit online in minutes and it ships to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. Again, that's $45 off with promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's urgentcarekit.com/smalls, promo code SMALLS.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Ultimately, Mason's a negative guy, man. You know, you just got to take it like that.
The biggest show on the radio.
Hey, by the way, I'm not a negative guy. I'm really a positive guy, just to be clear.
It doesn't sound like it to me.
Yeah.
Steve Mason and John Ireland right now.
This is music from the best movie of the year, one battle after another. Did you see it, Bergman?
I don't even know
it's
what
on
it is.
HBO. You got to go look at it. It's Leo. It's Sean Penn. It's an action movie. It's funny.
What's it about?
It's about sort of this renegade band of
revolutionaries trying to fight against a tyrannical government.
Yes.
But there is a snitch amongst the revolutionaries.
There's a traitor?
That leads into a kind of Finding Nemo-esque daughter's taken, let me go get my daughter back.
Yes. But the thing about it is, it's fun. It's not like normal downbeat Oscar movie. Like, it's actually a fun movie
Lots
to watch.
of action.
Yeah, lots of action. It's actually
But
really
it's-
good.
Comedy mixed in there.
Yes, there's some comedy.
Leo's
there's some
hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, Leo. It's one of his funniest things he's
And
ever
up
done.
until like 2 weeks ago, it was the prohibitive favorite.
Yep.
Sinners has had a surge at the last second. I'm still picking One Battle After Another to win the Best Picture,
Mhm.
but there's a world in which Sinners does win.
Yeah.
How do you have a surge in the last 2 weeks when the movies have been out for months?
There are these things called precursor award shows.
Yeah,
So they have like
it won the big SAG award.
So it has the SAG Awards, which is the Screen Actors Guild Awards. They call it the Actors now, but there are Critics' Choice Awards, there are Producers Guild Awards, Writers Guild Awards, and a lot of these precursors will then lead you to who eventually gets it. And then there's also like campaigning, so there'll be like mud rucking of bad stories coming out about something. Voting still goes on until last week.
That's wild. My brain can only handle the platoon second baseman for
like-
the Dodgers.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
it
this-
doesn't
this is-
extend beyond
It's like
that.
politics.
Yeah,
where-
it is like politics for sure. Breaking news. It turns out that Isaiah Kiner Falefa was out.
He's still out?
He's still at home in that play in the World Series where Will Smith had his foot on, then came off for a second, then it got back on.
Who reopened the examination?
Major League
here?
Baseball
Why?
re-examined it. They said,
Why would you do that?
Because I think people wanted some clarification. It's
I mean-
like the 2-minute report for NBA
Yeah, I
games
hate
where they
that
say,
too.
"Oh, that was
It's
supposed to be a
awful.
foul." Yeah, they went back and they reviewed the whole damn thing, and they have all these analytics. His bulk of his body was 5 feet away from home plate, and his
like
foot
sports science
extended.
type
It's
stuff.
like,
Here
yeah,
is the
Here's why
quote.
this is a dumb idea. What would have happened if they would have found that he was safe?
Nothing. Zero.
Right.
nothing.
Zilch.
And then you just piss off an entire city of Toronto fans.
I actually don't think so. Is there a world of which then it turns into Toronto actually hangs a banner, says we actually won, we're going to release our own gear, and would you still wear your Dodgers gear? If it was proven with science that
With
IKF was
science.
out, would
Yeah.
you still
Science.
wear your, World Series gear?
Here's what I would say.
Because you lost.
I was at the parade, and as far as I'm concerned, we won. I don't care. I thought IKF was out at home. I think if you look at the video, he's out at home. I can't believe it's still even a debate.
And would you want the thing to be decided on a video replay? That's just a terrible way to end a World Series.
4 months later, 5
But,
months
yeah,
later.
by the
No,
way,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that
no,
too.
Yeah. So my hat, this is a 2024 Dodger hat, but I have my 2025 Dodger hat at home. I'm still going to wear that because who cares? And also, during the game, Emily, they showed it over and over and over again. They showed replays from every different angle. They were zoomed in on his cleat as it went up and then dropped down and before his foot got in. Why did you have to go back into this?
I have no idea why Major League Baseball decided it was time to reinvestigate the play at home plate in Game 7 of the World Series.
So is Toronto now more upset because they lost again?
Now they really lost. Now science has proven that they lost.
Maybe this is a low-key thing to motivate Team Canada to beat USA tonight. Say, we're going to release this. Hey, America really screwed you in their mind, maybe, or whatever. And so then they're like, let's beat Team USA in the World Baseball Classic.
If that's what you need the bulletin board material, but guess what? The Americans have the idea of like, we can't be
They
the
have
ones.
they have a bulletin board. We have a banner.
Right. We also can't be the ones to lose to Canada.
Yep.
Everybody else beat Canada. We got to beat them too.
So I've got 5 baseball experts here writing about the World Baseball Classic, and I'll tell you how they see the rest of the thing going. DR versus Korea. 5 baseball writers. All 5 have the DR.
Yeah, makes sense.
Canada,
Go Korea.
Canada versus the U.S. All 5 writers have got the U.S. Italy versus Puerto Rico. All 5 writers have Italy.
Italy's been really good.
Haven't lost yet.
Japan versus Venezuela. 4 for Japan. 1 picks Venezuela in the upset.
Why did they go? Yamamoto's pitching today, isn't he?
Does not expound on exactly why. Is it Yamamoto today?
It might be Yamamoto either in this round or the next.
So
round.
in the semis, we've got the Dominicans beating the USA according to 4 of them. 4 of the 5 writers say the DR will beat the U.S. in the next round of the tournament and wind up in the final. In the other side of the bracket, 3 have Japan, 1 has Italy getting to the championship game, and 1 has Venezuela. In the end, who do you think they got winning the whole thing?
Japan.
The DR picked by 4, and the U.S. picked by 1. Nobody
picked Japan.
has Japan.
Nobody
None
has
of those
Japan.
5 writers have Japan.
really. I mean, they won last time, and they still have a guy named Shohei Otani.
Is
that
there a
tends to do things.
possibility that Shohei pitches in this thing?
No, he's not pitching.
Yeah, he's not going to pitch.
The Dodgers, I don't think they're going to let him do whatever he wants, but they're under the assumption that he's not going to pitch, and then he's going to ramp up to be ready for the regular season.
I was talking about this the other day, but you know what award Shohei Otani has got room for on his mantle? A Cy Young.
It's such an interesting question.
Can Shohei compete for a Cy Young award this year? That would be stunning if he added a Cy Young to all the rest of the hardware he's already won.
So somebody wrote an article about it. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Alden Gonzalez, but he talked to a bunch of the different guys in the Dodger clubhouse, and they all said he's just different on the mound right now. Because just while he was doing his bullpens, that there's something different about him, that he's striving for that. And you have to remember, when he was first coming up, he thought of himself as a pitcher. Remember that box that came out that had him in the middle, and then it would went all the different ways.
Yeah, it's called the Harada chart.
The Harada chart. Yeah, it was him as a pitcher. It didn't even have him hitting in that chart.
No.
And so he just found out you're a hitter, you're a pitcher that also was really good at hitting, and then he brought them both together.
Right.
But he thinks of himself as a pitcher. So if he wants to get this award, I truly believe that he can go out and do it. He just has to pitch at a very, very high level, has to get the innings. So let's say 24, 25 starts this year.
He needs 180 innings.
Yeah, if he gets the innings and he gets 24, 25 starts, he's right in the mix of it as long as he pitches to what he can do.
Ireland, do you think he can win a Cy Young award?
Yeah. No, but I mean, the only question with him is, will he throw enough innings?
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, sure. I think he's good enough.
That'd be amazing.
Did I tell you guys that I was talking to Lon Rosen about him once?
Mm-hmm.
And, Lon is, a vice president at the Dodgers who's now leaving them to come do it for the Lakers.
Yep.
And Lon told me the thing is that nobody talks about that they know inside the building is they say he's like the most popular guy on the team. He's like great to everybody and
jokester.
And
polite.
It goes out of his way to accommodate people. And he said, he told me a bunch of stuff that I was like, are you serious? Like he said, if you had a race and you put every Dodger at home plate and they said, okay, go run the bases and we'll see who gets to home first. He said that he thinks Shohei would win it. That's how fast he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's I think if they put him in a situation where he would have to field, I think he'd probably be a great outfielder.
I'm sure he could be.
So he was in Japan. There was times when he was younger, he played right field in Japan, and there's video of him online of him gunning guys out at third from right field. Like he has an amazing arm.
Yeah.
He can play the position.
By the way,
somebody told me a story once that when a few years ago when he was playing for the Angels and it was one of the first years he pitched and hit. And so he was basically the star of the All-Star game. And that All-Star game was in San Diego. And so he got all this bonus money for making the All-Star game. He gave it all to the Angels media relations people because he felt bad that they had to deal with all the media requests.
Yep.
I mean, he's that dude.
I actually on Mason Plus, which is coming out on Tuesday, I do a whole thing on Shohei. And one of the things on that chart, you've seen that chart, right? The Harada chart that he did when he was a kid. Yeah. One of the squares is be someone people root for.
Right.
Isn't that interesting that as a
kid,
he decided one of my goals is to be someone people root for. And does anybody have anything negative to say about Shohei Otani?
No. Maybe who was the manager in San Diego that he hates because there was somebody. Remember who? Brian, do you know what I'm talking about? There was a manager, whatever. But even in that Harada chart, there's that one. It has like six other bubbles around.
Ones, yeah,
bubbles around that.
Wait, I have a question about maybe one of the bubbles. Is one of them like make sure you blame all your betting on your impersonator?
Oh, look at you!
Geez.
Look at you!
Was that Mike Schilt?
It might have been Schilt. He does not like a certain manager because he wouldn't shake his hand. Something happened. I don't remember exactly what that like when. It was, I believe, it was somebody throwing at him twice, hitting him.
I think he thought they were throwing at him on purpose.
Yeah. So, and he's like, he was shaking everybody's hands, but he would not shake Mike Schilt's.
By the way, Emily's troll job, that's what I get at home all the time. Whenever I'm watching Shohei, Juan will bring up, where's
how's
he
betting on this
yeah, how's he playing that?
It was a good shot.
It was
well
a good
done.
shot.
It was really well
nicely
developed.
done. Nicely done. All right. Bergman, thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. The Lakers play the Nuggets tomorrow, and that means it's time to BB go for it. Listen to us today for your chance to play. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Guess which team scores the first three-pointer. Get it right, win $100 BBGO promo code, plus be entered for a chance to win a trip to basketball's biggest stage from our friends at BBGO. Bring something different to the table. BB, go for it.
You know, the guy who played yesterday won in the first 30 seconds.
Did he?
Yeah, he picked the Lakers, and the Lakers came down, and LeBron was getting double-teamed, and he whipped it over to Reeves, and Reeves hit a three-pointer, like first basket of the game.
Nice. So he's in the running for a night at basketball's biggest stage. What's that, Em?
Do we want to get some quick Pepe picks in
Sure,
here?
give me a Pepe pick.
All right. Give me what category?
Give me them short docs.
The
short documentary.
Docs. What does he have?
Yeah, let's see what Pepe. Pepe is the authority.
All the empty rooms.
All the empty rooms. That sounds dramatic.
Okay, one more.
Okay, best original score.
Best original score. He has Sinner.
That is the correct answer.
There we
yes.
go.
So
More
there
Pepe
you have
picks.
it. More Pepe picks. All right, let me tell you about Cosm. So I am going to Cosm to see the screening of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So what they've done is they've created this immersive wraparound display, and you feel like you are like in the movie. It's unbelievable. I saw The Matrix there. Incredible. And Cosm is the place to be for March Madness. You can watch the games in shared reality, immersive scale, cheer all your teams on, and see your bracket actually come to life. You're in the middle of the action when you're surrounded by fan energy of March Madness and live in every NCAA tournament big moment with every game on wall-to-wall LED displays. Step up your game, and get a VIP all-inclusive premium food and beverage package, which is included house beer and wine. For more information on all the games coming up, all the NCAA tournament, all the cinema events, everything, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com, Cosm.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's time to BB Go for it.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BB Go.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
Thank you.
Here we go. Time to BB Go for it. It's your cue to call. Caller number 7 right now. 213-799-0139. 213-799-0139. Caller number 7 gets to tell us which team for the next Lakers game will hit that first three-point basket.
BB Go for it.
Tell us again which team will hit the first three-pointer, and you can win.
From BB Go and ESPN LA.
BB Go for it.
We'll find out who's playing BB Go for it coming up next on ESPN LA.
We got your chance to win.
Join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party and live remote broadcast brought to you by Michelob Ultra on Monday, March 16th at Bar Louie in Downey. It's me, Bethel Duran. I'm going to have the Lakers pregame show live at 5 o'clock. We'll be breaking down the matchup before tip-off. And then watch the game with me and fellow Laker fans where you can enjoy ice-cold Michelob Ultra and feel the energy all night long. Monday, March 16th, Bar Louie in Downey with ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Los Angeles Lakers. It's going to be a party, all party.
When it's game time, there's no room for hesitation, and you better believe GM John Good will make you a great deal at George Chevrolet. Whether you're rolling in a power-packed Silverado, loading up the family in a spacious Chevy Traverse, or going all electric, John Good has the great deal you want at George Chevrolet. Amazing pricing, zero pressure, and the next level Chevy vehicles you want are at George Chevrolet, conveniently located off the 91 at Lakewood in Bellflower. Or shop at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
You're just starting to see more consistent performances. I think that the understanding of what's being asked is more obvious, and it's not a direct criticism of LeBron. It's just it's easier when there's one less option there.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
The guy that keeps coming up in all this, and we don't talk about him unless he screws something up, is JJ. JJ is the guy with his hands on the controls. He must see this. He must know this.
Sure.
Or maybe he disagrees with us.
With just Luka and with just Reem, it's less cluttered. And I think that's the perfect description. It's just easier, and not that they don't have flaws, they do. These are things that are starting to come together where it's not the sampler's getting larger and larger, and the answer is remaining the same.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Red Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's time to BB Go For It.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BB Go.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
It's time on Mason and Ireland right now on ESPN LA to BB Go For It. We've got caller number 7. Let's find out who it is.
All right, caller number 7 is Eduardo Gonzalez from Whittier. Congratulations, Edgardo.
Thank you. Awesome.
Just for playing BB Go For It today on Mason and Ireland, you win $50 in BB Go. Now your chance to make $100 and qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest game. Who will score the first three-pointer tomorrow night, Lakers or Nuggets?
Lakers, baby.
BB Go For It for your chance to win even more BB Go product and qualify for the grand prize to see basketball's biggest game in person. BB Go For It from Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA, and our friends at BB Go.
BB Go For It.
All right, congratulations to Eduardo.
Yeah, and BB Go For It is brought to you by BB Go, bold Korean flavor that's comforting and easy to share. Bowls, dumplings, fried rice. BB Go For It and bring something different to the table.
So, Ireland, you're an e-bike owner, right?
Yep. Lisa's taking it tonight. Her and a bunch of her friends are doing a happy hour, and they're all riding e-bikes.
Oh, nice. Now, apparently in your old neighborhood, Newport Beach, California, they are considering a ban on all e-bikes for students. What do you think?
In Manhattan Beach, where I live now, there's like these e-bike gangs.
Oh,
and
really?
they're middle
Gangs.
school kids.
Oh,
so I understand why they're talking about this. I'm a libertarian at heart. I don't like making rules just for the sake of making rules. I don't think we're at the point yet where we have to ban. I think a lot of students use them.
Those brutal e-bike gangs.
Yeah,
Look, here they come.
They have beaten people up.
Have they?
No, there are stories where kids will beat people up in the streets. It's not just little gangs that sometimes they can get violent.
Well,
okay,
but is the e-bikes
is that true? Aren't we throwing out the baby with the bathwater here? I'm sure there are a bunch of people that use e-bikes that aren't beating people up.
From the couple of times I go to the South Bay, they do not follow the rules of the road. They drive wherever they want. When you are a bike, not just a e-bike, you have to act as if you're a vehicle. So you have to follow the rules of the road as if you're a vehicle. No one does. People get into accidents. People fall over. You have to have a license, I think, to be able to ride an e-bike. Because you go fast, you can hurt people, you can hurt yourself.
Well, that
Do you have a
seems
problem
more
with that?
reasonable than banning e-bikes.
I actually have a question for you and for Lisa and for everybody that rides it. Do you wear a helmet when you ride an e-bike?
I don't. I don't know if she is or not. I don't. I probably should, but I don't.
Aren't you supposed to wear a helmet for everything now?
Yeah.
Like people, like little kids on the jungle gym are wearing helmets.
I grew up in a generation where we would ride big wheels straight down a hill.
Me too.
And stop with no shoes on.
Yeah. You know
But
what
I
we would do?
probably
We would
should wear a helmet.
We would sometimes fall on the ground and scrape our knee. I know kids today
God.
don't. Oh, I know.
And
it's
you'd
just
walk
awful.
uphill both ways to school,
We'd
right?
actually go outside and
In
do
the
things.
snow.
We'd actually go outside and do things because we had no games, video games in our house. Go outside and play was a thing.
Wait, are you in favor of the e-bike ban?
I'm in favor of if you have a license, you can drive one. If you don't, you can't. Because I think also
I don't hate that.
They have to have license plates on them so that if you don't follow the rules of the road, that you can get
Are
tickets
there
for
license plates on them now or no?
No, not all of them.
Oh.
So that's the thing. You should have a license plate on it so that if you aren't following the rules of the road, you can get a ticket for it. I think that there needs to be a way in which, because they are motor vehicles, they can go as fast as a slow car.
How fast can a
35?
35 miles an hour, and
Yeah.
you don't wear a helmet going 35?
I don't.
That's like significant.
Yeah, I don't wear a helmet on an e-bike. I haven't in the past.
Ooh.
But I don't ride it that much.
Yeah, you don't ride it that much?
Anti-e-bike, Emily.
I'm a big fan of pedaling. Has pedaling completely gone out of style?
No. With these e-bikes, like the one I got from Luka, it's pedal assist. So you're always pedaling, and it's just you set how much you want the help of the engine to kick in.
Yeah, I always thought, biking is healthy because you pedal. They're like taking the...
Yeah, if you want to, theoretically, you could just turn off the electric portion of the bike and use it as a bike.
Exactly.
What I do is I pedal consistently.
Yes.
And when I get to a hill, I just stop pedaling.
Of course
and
you do.
Hit the throttle.
Of course you do.
But that's the extent of my and that's why, like, would you wear a helmet if you were just riding a bike?
Yes. Wear a helmet when you're on a bike.
Am I just in my neighborhood?
Wear a helmet.
Why?
Because you could get hit by a car. You could fall off your bike.
Yeah, but that could happen anyway.
My dad. Okay, here's the story.
Okay.
He has had strokes in the past, and he was biking in our neighborhood. He was debating whether or not to wear a helmet. He usually wears a beanie. It was cold outside. He decides to wear a helmet instead of wearing a beanie. He had a stroke on the bike, and it saved his life to wear a helmet. I'm just saying, wear a helmet, folks.
I think it should be the individual rider's choice. I don't like rules that say, I don't even like the rule in the NHL that says you have to wear a helmet. For 30 years, those guys didn't wear helmets.
Yeah, why are football players wearing
the leather helmets?
Exactly, leatherheads.
Let's go back.
Can you get a DUI on an e-bike?
Of course.
Can you?
I think you can get a DUI on a regular bike.
The ones I don't like are those friggin' scooters. They come out of nowhere.
They're
scooters,
the same as the e-bike space.
But like scooters are going through
a lot of
crosswalks and stuff.
A lot of cities, including yours in Venice, are debating whether or not to ban those things.
I'm for banning scooters. I do
They
not
have
like
in,
the scooters.
San Diego downtown, there's certain zones where no scooter zones.
Yeah.
And it'll just turn off if you try going in that area.
On that safety issue, I don't know if I've told this story before, but when I was starting out in radio, I worked with, I'll just say her name was Pam. And Pam drove her car into a wooded area.
Okay.
She was not wearing a seatbelt. She was thrown through the windshield of the car.
Did she survive?
And she survived. And the car caught on fire. And the police said, well, if you'd been wearing a seatbelt, you probably would be dead right now.
Go.
That's like the one instance I know.
So don't wear seatbelts now?
No, I'm just saying there's one instance. I know of one instance where not wearing your seatbelt helped you survive.
There are plenty of things that we could do that aren't healthy for us. I would suggest that since we are broadcasting, I would suggest everywhere wear a seatbelt and everywhere.
Nah.
I never wore a seatbelt till I met Juan.
To each his own.
How long did it take you to start wearing a seatbelt?
I think when Jack was born.
Yeah, I mean, I was not wearing a seatbelt till Juan said, we're not going to be together if you don't wear a seatbelt. Like, all right,
wait, he's
fine.
offended by your...
He makes sure, when he gets in the car, he makes sure everybody, like my mom and Leo in the back, he will not drive unless everybody is wearing a seatbelt.
Good for him.
Yeah, exactly. But Pam, alive today. All right, coming up next for you is Fastrack. M's got stuff. Brian's got stuff. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
There's a guy that comes out of nowhere, and you see him in the review. They zoom up right to your butt. They're going 120.
Yeah.
You hate that.
Yeah.
Do you hate that? Does everybody hate that?
Yeah, it's awful.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Just move over, let the guy go by, and zip. Everybody goes on about their day.
So what the real move is, though, you speed up and get to a car that's next to you, and then just go about the same exact speed as the car next to you.
Do you do that?
And
Do
then-
you do that?
Yes.
I love that. I love that.
And then they're stuck, and they can't go anywhere, and they want to go 120, but they have to go down to 65, and it's so good. It feels so good.
Why do you do that? Why does that feel good?
It was
I
so
thought I
good on a
was
2-lane
petty.
highway. It's amazing.
You're worse. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Travis is so mad now.
DeAndre,
You're the face of everybody out there now.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Hey, everybody, it's Cappy here to talk to you about Prize Picks. And, of course, I want to remind you, first and foremost, download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code Cappy. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 in lineups. That's code Cappy to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. So, listen, here's the thing. Right now, basketball season, you got to shoot your shot, man. Prize Picks, you get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Come on, that's $50. They make every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. I'm literally following the game while I'm on the Prize Picks app, and it's so easy to play. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get them right, you're cashing in. Now, I like a little flex play because you don't have to get everything right to still win. But on the other hand, the power play, you got a much bigger shot. Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. So download the Prize Picks app, use my code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Cappy to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Your morning drive begins early in the Southland. Luckily for you, we present Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 3 to 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
If I just said LeBron retired today, are they getting closer to a championship than they would if he kept playing this year?
This season?
This season.
It's crazy to think that, but yeah, I think so.
Start your day with Unsportsmanlike before the Sedano and Cap Morning Show at 7 a.m. Mornings on ESPN LA.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track. The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain matte fold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason in Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
All right, zoom, man.
Today is a very important day, everybody. At least I know with me in Ireland, because we both love this movie. I think you like this movie too, Mason. But today, March 13th, is when Andy Sachs interviewed and Devil Wears Prada. This is when she met Miranda Priestley.
It's a great
This is
movie.
when she did this. So I'm asking you guys, I don't know all your history and all the bosses that you've had, but could you have that job? The job that Andy has, work with a terrible boss, long hours, but 1 year, and you can go anywhere you want. Could you do it?
Sure. Everybody's worked for a boss that's unreasonable.
I did it.
Yeah.
My boss in New York was a jackass. He was so hard to work for.
I went to a job interview once. I was up for a sportscaster job in Seattle.
Yep.
And the news director there, I walk in, and he goes, "You're John?" I go, "Yeah." And he just sat there. and he was going to see if I was going to say something. But it got so awkward after like a minute. I said, "Is there anything you'd like to know about me?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, tell me about yourself." And then I did. But literally, it was a test.
Really?
To see, like, if I would jump in, if I do any. And he was just the weirdest dude. And I walked out of there, and I called my agent, and I said, "I don't think I can work for that guy," because, yeah, a lot of people say that.
Yeah, yeah.
So there are just some bosses that are completely unreasonable and hard to work for, but you can get through it.
If I had not worked for that particular guy, I might have lasted a lot longer in New York. He was so awful to work for. And finally, he did get bounced. So I did outlive him, I survived him, yeah.
Let me clarify. It was from Devil Wears Prada. I don't know if I said that.
You did. Yeah, Devil Wears Prada. Yeah, it's a great
favorite movie.
The sequel's coming out, right?
In May. We'll see if it's good or not. But I think what I described to Brian, who hasn't seen this before, is it's a rom-com, but if the romance was with your job and not with a person.
Yeah.
The job was the romance.
I would argue Miranda Priestley is one of the great film characters, and this will go down as one of Meryl Streep's great performances.
I think it's her best performance. Yeah. I've seen Kramer vs. Kramer. I've seen Sophie's Choice. I've seen the things that she's won Oscars for and been nominated for. I think this is by far her best in terms of, like,
pretty
no
iconic.
one else could have done what she did with it.
Yeah. BC?
Fastrack.
Diving back into the WBC, we already talked about it a little bit, but it was announced yesterday that it will be Kershaw's last game with Team USA today.
Yep.
If they advance, he will be removed or replaced on the roster. It kind of, do you want to see Kershaw get in there versus Canada no matter what, knowing that this will be the last time he will ever, put on a baseball uniform on the mound? Or do you want to keep it as a Game 3 of the World Series was his last performance? You don't want to see it tarnished by a WBC appearance.
Yeah. He went out in a very memorable way, getting out of a bases-loaded jam. I guess I don't want to see him go get lit up by Canada in the late innings tonight.
Yeah, me either.
He's
not on the team, so we don't have to worry about it.
No, this is his last. This is his last
Okay.
game tonight. I would rather we savor the bases loaded jam as the way we remember Kershaw leaving the mound. So I hope he doesn't pitch. What about you?
I don't know. Part of me kind of thinks that now that it's been announced that he's going to be replaced, that he goes to Mark DeRosa. He's like, hey, let me get at least one batter no matter what. Get me into the game. And I kind of want to see it.
Yeah,
I don't. I think he's got the perfect ending. He went out a World Series champ in a significant way. He got a critical out that when they needed in the playoffs, and I'm completely happy with the way his career ended.
Yes.
Right off into the sunset, Clayton.
Yep.
You deserve it.
By the way, he does look like, this is just my opinion, maybe it's not fair, he looks like he has eaten a lot during the offseason.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have to prepare for the season. So, yeah.
Well, but he doesn't have to worry about staying in shape anymore.
Exactly.
More power to him.
All right. Hey, join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party, live remote broadcast this coming Monday at Bar Louie in Downey. Beto's going to be there for starting at 5 o'clock with the Lakers pregame before tip-off. You can watch with fans and enjoy ice-cold Michelob Ultra and enter for a chance to win tickets and exclusive signed gear. Don't miss it. Coming up this Monday, Bar Louie in Downey. Hang out with Beto and get ready for the Lakers game. ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Los Angeles Lakers. So who was it? Michelle Beadle, our friend Michelle Beadle, has a podcast. And it's called...
it's not a podcast, it's a show on FanDuel.
Called Run It Back.
Right.
And they had DeMarcus Cousins.
He's
as
a regular on there. So is Lou Williams. So is Chandler Parsons. So they're talking to DeMarcus Cousins. And he's playing in Mongolia.
Mongolia.
And Chandler Parsons asked him something that at first I didn't think was unusual, but then I realized it might be a stupid question. Here's how that went down.
How's the Mongolian beef? I gotta know.
Oh, for the love of all things.
You know what's crazy? They don't serve it.
I was here last season, and they asked me what did I think about Mongolia, and asked me what my favorite dish was, and I actually said that, and it doesn't exist here at all.
Of course it doesn't.
Chinese food doesn't exist in China.
Not the way we know it.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought Mongolian beef was a real dish as well, but obviously it does not exist here at all. Yeah, I thought the same thing. It doesn't exist.
It's just beef, y'all. He's in Mongolia. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, if you think about it,
Is there Chinese food in China?
Well, the food is Chinese.
Right.
But if you eat any beef in China, does that not constitute Mongolian beef?
I would think, but according to DeMarcus Cousins, it doesn't exist.
Do
you like Mongolian barbecue places? Do you ever go in there? I do too.
I love Mongolian
I do too.
beef.
They're
It's
great.
delicious.
So over there, you would just call it a barbecue place?
Yeah, I'll just have the beef.
Does that make sense?
No. In fact, I did a little research here at the break. There's no such thing as the dish Mongolian beef in Mongolia. It's an invention of us.
Okay.
We invented Mongolian
Like
beef.
orange chicken.
Like orange chicken is not really General Tso.
Yeah.
That's
wasn't a general there, I guess.
Just another made up thing.
Orange chicken actually was the dish was invented at a Chinese restaurant in Pasadena.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You know, the Caesar salad
Was in Mexico.
in Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, they invented it in Mexico. Yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know, exactly. So Manny Machado's got a weird idea. He's
Okay.
playing for Team DR, and the Dominicans are now the second pick to win the WBC Classic. But Manny Machado has an idea for Padres fans. I want you to listen to this.
Can you describe last night's atmosphere for us?
Honestly, I can't because it was just insane. I mean, it was unbelievable. Both crowds, nonstop for 9 innings. Even pregame for BP was kind of crazy here. So, yeah, it was pretty special.
How did it compare to a playoff atmosphere? Because I've heard a couple guys say it didn't compare at all. It was completely different.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I keep telling people, I mean, we got to bring this to the playoffs. You got to be able to, let fans bring, drums, sets, whatever you can bring, guitars, and just start banging stuff and make noise. I mean, I think it just makes it more, emotional.
Padres fans, you heard the man. He wants you to bring drums. And what else to the playoffs next year?
Everything. Everything that makes noise, bring it.
Yeah,
Everything
make noise. Come on, everybody.
Do we
Let's
really
make
need
some noise.
more noisemakers?
Hopefully not those, what are those, vuvuzelas?
Vuvuzelas.
Yeah.
From
Vuvuzelas.
South Africa's
Those
World
things
Cup.
were the worst.
Yeah.
They were terrible. No, I didn't, in Sacramento, did they not ring cowbells?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an annoying gimmick. They
'Cause
stopped doing that?
Phil Jackson called him a cow town.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I believe in Japan that they have people doing like drums and things during their baseball games.
Yeah.
And like entire routines.
Yeah. I mean, I just look, it's a baseball game. Enjoy the baseball game. I don't want a beach ball. You guys play with your beach ball, that's fine. Don't hit. Last time I was at a Dodger game last year, got hit in the back of the head by the beach ball. You always feel so stupid.
You could have worn a helmet.
Could have worn a helmet. You're right. Might have saved me. Wouldn't have
And a
saved me
seatbelt.
from the embarrassment and a seatbelt. Yeah, I mean, I love a good baseball game, and I don't need noisemakers. I don't need bells. I don't need horns. I don't need whistles. I don't need drums. I don't need beach balls. I don't need the wave. I don't need any of that stuff. I'm enjoying a baseball game. Anti all that stuff. BC, what about you?
I mean, I do enjoy the wave.
You do enjoy the wave?
Everything else, I agree with
will
you.
not participate in the wave. I will not even.
You're the one guy sitting down.
I will not do
through the
this.
arms?
I will
Come on,
not do
Brian,
this
let's
even.
do it.
Yeah. I hate the wave. It's like follow the game. Pay attention to the game. You guys
Brian,
wave all you want. You guys wave all you want. Wave all you want.
What if it's a little kid trying to lead the wave?
Good for him. Just do it.
You're going to make him cry, Mace.
I'm not going to make him cry. I'm just not going to go, I'm not going to
He's
do
just
that.
asking you for one small thing, and
Yeah.
that's to do it.
That is too
It's the
too
whole
much to
stadium
ask.
working together, for one
It's-
thing.
It's the whole stadium not paying attention to the game. By the way, we are going to do a Mason takes a listener to a local baseball game early in the season this year, BC. You in on that?
Oh, of course.
M, you in on that?
Sure.
Dodger game?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready. By the way, the interesting thing is I think I'm going to go opening day this year because opening day is at 5:30 p.m.
Right, but you know that ticket's super pricey.
Yeah, but I can get a credential. I'll go on a credential for that. I'm not going to go buy tickets for that. Night 2 is ring night, and they raise the banner
And
on
by
night 2.
3, the prices go down by 50%.
Yeah, after night 2, everything becomes a lot more reasonable. But, normally opening day, we're like on the air during opening day. This year it's at 5:30, so I'm going to head over there after the show. All right, coming up next for you, we got more Fast Track, plus what Eric Spoelstra said about BAM's 83. We will do that coming up. Or didn't say, exactly. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, National University is one of our favorite partners here at ESPN LA. They are a nonprofit university born and built right here in Southern California. NU has more than 150 degree programs, credentials, and certificates, and here's the best part. They make it achievable on your schedule. National University is built for people that want to get a degree and maybe didn't have the chance the first time around. And now you've got a family and a job and you want to get a degree. They're here for all your ands. They'll help you out. Full team support, professors, advisors, resources to keep you on track so you can finish strong. If any of this sounds like something you want to check out, go to their website, nu.edu. They're a proud sponsor of the Lakers, a proud sponsor of ESPN LA. National University. Check them out today. nu.edu.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
Join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party and live remote broadcast brought to you by Michelob Ultra on Monday, March 16th at Bar Louie in Downey. It's me, Bethel Duran. I'm going to have the Lakers pregame show live at 5 o'clock. We'll be breaking down the matchup before tip-off. And then watch the game with me and fellow Laker fans where you can enjoy ice-cold Michelob Ultra and feel the energy all night long. Monday, March 16th, Bar Louie in Downey with ESPN LA and Michelob Ultra, the official beer sponsor of your Los Angeles Lakers. It's going to be a party, all party.
Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and as someone who doesn't have time to overthink shopping, I love how simple my VisionWorks store in Santa Ana made it for me. The frames are organized by shape and price, and there was a great variety of frames to choose from. No matter what style you're looking for, VisionWorks has it. Scheduling my eye exam, though, that was easy with evening and weekend appointments at all locations. And here's the best part. The friendly and knowledgeable VisionWorks teammates are insurance experts, and they'll help you maximize your options whether you have insurance or not. If you want or need glasses without the hassle, VisionWorks makes it simple.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
I want everybody to remember, we're me and Momo. Are you going out, Em? You coming to Bakersfield? Yeah. Next Friday, we're in Bakersfield. Me, Momo, and we're broadcasting live from Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tejon. That's next Friday, March the 20th, noon to 3. The NCAA tournament will be going on. Join us for a live show with lots of basketball.
That'll be like first round of the tournament.
Yeah, it's the first Friday of the NCAA tournament. The madness is going on as we are out there. And thank you to our friends at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Tejon. This is how SoCal plays. Vroom, vroom, Em.
All right. I'm going to do a dramatic reading of a age-old story.
Okay.
This is a tweet from J.J. Watt.
Okay.
J.J. Watt tweets, genuine question on restaurant situation. You walk up to a counter to order. You find your own table and seat yourself. If you order coffee, they hand you a cup and you go fill it yourself. If you order food, they hand you a buzzer, and when it goes off, you go and pick it up yourself. The iPad has a 20%, 25%, and 30% and other tip option with 20% pre-selected.
Okay.
What's your move?
They don't have anything less than 20%?
That's the other option. So you can say other
I
and
would
then
go
adjust.
other and tip them 15.
I would go. So I'm doing all the work, basically. In this scenario.
Yeah.
It's almost like a fast food restaurant in that respect.
I like the seamlessness of it, so I'm going to take the seamlessness. What do I have to tip then?
20, 25, or 30.
Yeah, if
or other.
If 20 is pre-selected, you won't even think about it. You'll just do 20.
Yeah, I'll just do 20. 20 is safe, and the problem is that the moment one of us, me or John, goes out and stiffs somebody,
Yeah, then
somehow,
it becomes a story.
It'll go on social media somehow, and we'll be bullied.
But
Breaking
whatever.
news, TMZ, Mason doesn't tip.
15% tip on. Well, let me think about this for a second, because I think they get taxed 18%, don't they? Yeah, I better do 20. But it seems weird if I'm doing all the work. I'll do 20 just so they don't lose money on the deal.
Yeah, me too. I'll do 20%.
I think they get taxed 18.
Yeah. You know what I've started doing? This is sort of in lieu of charity. Like the guy that I started carrying cash.
About time.
And like the squeegee guy today, I gave him 20. The squeegee guy when I exited the freeway. The car wash guy, I gave him a 20. These are folks that I'm dealing with on a daily basis who really need that money, as opposed to giving to a direct charity.
Honest answer to this question.
Yeah.
You stayed at the Langham last weekend.
Yes.
Did you leave money for the housekeepers?
Juan does it every single day, $20 in the room.
Yeah. I give them 10 for every day they clean the room. So if I'm in there for, like in Houston, I'm going to be there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, checking out Wednesday night late. That's going to be 10. That's going to be $40.
Yeah, Juan leaves 20 every morning.
Yeah, smart.
For the housekeeper.
They're the lowest paid people at any hotel. You got to take care of those people.
And believe me, we always get our extra towels.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, BC.
Fast track.
It was announced today that after 30 years on air, Access Hollywood will be no more.
What?
Coming to an end.
What is Mario Lopez going to
exactly.
do?
All your celebrity news, pop culture, it's not going to be televised on NBC anymore. Do you believe that this is a direct correlation to, social media? I don't need to see this news. I could just go, follow Taylor Swift myself now, kind of a thing.
Yeah, and by the way, is Entertainment Tonight even still on? Isn't that where Kevin Frazier works?
I think Kay Frazier is still on the air.
Yeah.
I think Entertainment Tonight's still
I haven't
going on.
watched Entertainment Tonight or Access Hollywood for 20 years. But, I'll say this. I used to always watch local TV sportscasts.
Yes.
I don't watch those anymore either because I can get all the scores and all the information before I have to wait for Jim or Fred Fred's not there anymore.
Not there anymore.
Who is it? Mario
or
Rob Fugazaki?
Rob,
I don't need them.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I like watching local news. I mean, I know it's a dying form of
some parts
media,
of it are a dying form of media.
But I really enjoy local news. I like to know what's going on. I find out stuff that I know I don't get anywhere else. So I'm a big fan of local news. I'm a big fan of Channel 11. I love Marla Tellez over there. I'm a big fan.
Is her name Maria? Is it Marla?
Marla.
Okay.
Marla. And then
who am I thinking of? Who's Maria Quaban? Is she still work there?
She does the weather on Channel 11 in the mornings.
Okay.
I am also a really big fan of Channel 2 because have you seen their weather set?
No.
Oh my God.
And I used to work there.
It's like being on a spaceship. I mean, and Jamie Maggio, I talked to her about this. The sports highlights are like on the floor around her. It's pretty spectacular. You should tune in just for that.
I will. When I started there, when I would go into the studio to do sports, there were 3 camera operators, camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. There was a floor director.
Yep.
And when I left several years later, I was the only one in the studio, and it was all robotic.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are not really cameramen to speak of anymore. Although I always had a floor director when I was working at Channel 11. I never had a cameraman, but I did have a floor director saying, "Get up there, start talking."
They just there was a
10,
disembodied
9,
there's a disembodied
8.
voice that was.
Is that what it was?
That.
Yeah. I still like local news. Sorry, I don't know what Mario's going to do with himself after all those years.
I have a feeling he'll be just fine.
Yeah, he's still
because
going
every
to be.
hotel I check into, he's telling me to rent movies.
He's in every hotel room.
Yeah,
Mario will never go away. Good for him. All right, there's your fast track for today. So Eric Spoelstra, who facilitated the 83 points the other night for Bam Adebayo, has heard all of the criticism, and he says he doesn't care.
I apologize to absolutely no one.
Conor McGregor.
Period. And going into the game, it's a Tuesday night game against a team where they're not playing for anything, where their organization is trying to lose. We've already lost a game, in that kind of situation. We have players that are sitting out, and I spoke to Bam about I want, as our best player and team captain, for him to be locked in and ready. And he sure was.
What do you think?
I mean, honestly, it's a completely... Without Spoelstra's help, it never happens.
Correct.
Without Spoelstra deliberately fouling Washington in order to get the ball back faster so they could have more possessions, it never happens. So it's a total made-up BS event.
I don't disagree with any of that. What about Michael's argument that once Bam got 70 points, that he had to go for it?
They had a huge lead.
I agree with you. I'm just saying, Michael says that you may never have that opportunity in your career.
Probably won't.
Why not go for it?
It's because it's a charade, John. It's a charade. Look,
it's a sham mockery?
It's a sham mockery. Look, I want to play this. This is from the other night. I forgot to play it yesterday. This is J.J. Redick. Listen to what he says about Bam.
I walked in and I saw the score. He was at the free throw line, and I saw the score. And they've been playing great basketball lately. And I said to my coaching staff, he was rolling. And they all kind of looked at each other. They're like, are you kidding right now? I was like, no, what's up? They're like, they're 36 and 28, or whatever they are. They're getting ready to be 37 and 28. And they were like, no, Bam has 77. And I was like, huh? And then I watched the last 3 minutes, and that was a different type of basketball.
Different type of basketball.
He's not wrong.
It's a very different kind of basketball, the kind where you only give the ball to one guy. He has 100% usage rate. Do you think Bam's usage rate was 100%?
In the fourth quarter, probably.
100% usage
I don't know.
rate.
I don't remember anybody else touching the ball.
Yeah, and people still are. Look, I will always, for the rest of my life, when I hear the number 81, think of Kobe.
And when you hear the number 83,
I will think of the year I graduated high school. Here is a little bit more reaction to that. Here is Tim McMahon still reacting to Bam.
Man, this was a hilarious exhibition of hideous basketball against the Washington no, not the Generals, the Lizards, my bad. I don't want to disrespect them. The Lizards, the blatantly tanking, deserve to be humiliated Washington Lizards. But goodness sakes, I mean, I get it. Bam's your guy. He's got a chance to chase some history. But you're up 20-something, intentionally fouling to extend the game with minutes left. You are he's jacking up threes while being triple teamed. I mean, it honestly was just awful, hideous, disgusting basketball down the stretch that I admit I was cracking up laughing while watching, but I never, ever, 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 ever want to hear about heat culture and professionalism and all that crap again, because that was the most blatant stat chasing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean,
well, first of all, as you know, you and I completely disagree about the meaning of culture.
Yeah.
I think Shaq and
you're in the minority on this,
right? But Shaq and Kobe didn't like each other, and the Lakers won 3 straight titles.
Sure,
right? They had no culture.
Right.
All right. The Miami Heat culture is a myth, and this proves it.
Yeah, it does prove it. I completely agree. This is not representative of whatever their values, their basketball values are. But on the issue of culture, I mean, the Dodgers clearly have got a strong culture. That's one of the reasons why you can take guys from anywhere and they all want to be there and they all buy in. The Dodgers have a winning culture. The Rams have a winning culture. You get into that program, their system, their team, their organization, and they are all pulling on the same side of the road.
Okay, so we were talking earlier. Emily wants A.J. Brown to come to the Rams.
Right.
If A.J. Brown comes to the Rams and he sits on the bench and he reads books and then he doesn't talk to the media afterwards and then he goes on a podcast and says, they're not throwing me the ball, I don't know what's going on there.
Right.
Isn't that everything against what you're talking about?
Well, first of all, I don't know the seriousness at which they're approaching A.J. Brown.
Right. But if
it's not the first guy.
Would you not admit, though, if they do sign A.J. Brown, and by the way, I'm with you. I don't.
Right.
I think it's unlikely,
Yeah.
but apparently it's
Like
down to
them,
the Patriots
them or the
and Rams.
Patriots, yeah.
Wouldn't that be against everything you're talking about?
Well, no,
he's like he's in it for himself.
Right.
There is then if a guy's in it for himself and he's sitting on the bench and he's reading books and he's complaining about his touches when Matthew Stafford's just trying to win, and he's spreading the ball around to Puka and Devontae and to the tight ends and to Kyron, and A.J. Brown comes in and goes, man, I don't know what I'm doing here. They're wasting me. And the Rams sign him, then where is your
You're
culture?
projecting all this terribleness. I've seen a diva wide receiver come to the Rams and fit right in Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
I mean,
End of his career.
He was going to be a problem.
A.J. Brown will not do this in the Rams. If he's in the Rams, he will not do that because the Eagles have such a weak hand at the wheel. Nick Sirianni, he allows all of this to happen. The Rams, their culture is pervasive.
He would not. He's going to call back in.
He would not. But
fight me on Nick Sirianni. He's a weak leader.
If they did trade for A.J. Brown, it would work. He would fit into their culture because there are too many guys in that organization that view things the same way. I think that you can't deny that the Dodgers have a winning culture, top to bottom, from ownership to Friedman to A.J. Burns to Dave Roberts. That's a winning culture.
Who's A.J. Burns?
Oh, Josh Burns. Sorry.
What's his title?
General manager.
And Brandon Gomes?
Brandon
Brandon
Gomes, you mean?
Sorry, Brandon
Yeah,
Gomes.
that's
I said,
who did I say? I was about to say, what
You were
happened to
saying
Brandon
AJ
Gomes?
and then
I've combined a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, but I mean,
Friday.
but that is a winning culture as an organization. The Angels, a losing culture, and it starts at the top. In the case of the Lakers, I would say J.J. Redick is part of building a Lakers culture. I think that that Mark Walter and the new ownership team is going to put together a really, really rich organization of really talented people who all see things the same way, who share values.
So, it depends how deep in the weeds you want to get here.
Right.
I mean, there are guys on the Dodgers that they probably wish weren't on the team, but they
Do you
put
have
up
any
with them.
specific names?
I'll tell you off the air, but yeah.
Okay.
That are not like the rest of the players, but they make it work because they have talent. And I would say that that's what matters more than culture is talent.
I think the two go hand in hand. I think, by the way, if you have two of the three best players in the league, you can win. I don't care if they scratch each other's faces off.
Yeah.
You can, I mean, Kobe and Shaq hated each other. It was ugly. And ultimately one of them had to go. It was a him or me situation, all that stuff. But they went through because they were two of the three most talented players in the game.
Right.
So, yes, it doesn't matter
how is
in
that
that
different
situation.
than the Dodgers having Shohei and Mookie and Freddie Freeman?
Well, you've heard about all the discontent in the organization. There is none. There's no discontent in the organization. They're winning. Again, what? What is the discontent?
Nothing that I'm comfortable airing because it hasn't been reported. But if you think it's all roses over there,
we just won back-to-back World Series. What do you mean? It is all roses. It gets no better than this. This is the best, the most elite organization in all of professional sports.
Right.
And that's the attitude. But as they Dodgerize the Lakers, I think the Lakers organization is going to follow suit.
I hope so. I'd love to win 3 straight titles. They've won 2. I think they're going to get 3. But I think that I've got a little more perspective on this because I've been embedded with the team for a long time.
Right.
telling everybody that everybody gets along.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No.
That's exactly what
I'm
you're saying.
Everybody has the same values. Everybody wants to win. They don't.
No.
Not everybody wants to win.
No, not
You're
everybody
saying on this
I
Lakers
think everybody
team.
wants to win. I'm saying not everybody has the same values.
Well, I think that in a successful organization, people have shared values. They do.
Sometimes.
And you have team leaders, guys like Shohei and Freddie and Mookie and those guys. They set a tone by example.
Right. What I like about the Dodgers is that they seem to be all about winning. And when your best players don't care who gets the credit,
right,
you can do amazing things. And they really don't. Shohei doesn't care if he gets credit. Mookie doesn't care if he gets credit.
Does that not mean that's part of a winning culture where you're selfless? Like LeBron last night demonstrated, he said, I'm willing to take a step back.
Right. But how many people said that he would never do that?
I said it.
The public thinks opposite.
But
LeBron's proven some people wrong.
JJ got him to buy in to some degree.
Right. But there are other you like when the reason Shaq and Kobe didn't get along is because they had different work ethics.
Correct. Yes.
And that exists on a smaller level on almost every team. On every team, even the Dodgers. You have some guys that are in there early, staying late, working really hard. They have other guys that just show up.
Right.
But to their credit, if you win, if you're all about winning, then you can do that.
Right.
But if you start losing, that's when you see the cracks.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next for you, let's do some Lakers. Have they figured it out? Did we see sort of the template for what they're going to be doing over these next critical games, including tomorrow night against Denver? We will get into that coming up next. Then we got Game of Games. It's BC's game today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland.
Does the league need to do something? And by that I mean this. In this new league year window where you could do whatever you want, 2 days of negotiating, right? Any trades that happen before it or during it should be transacted on the spot. What are we waiting for? Why do trades have to wait, right? Why do trades have to wait? I need an answer to that. I haven't gotten a good answer to that. Obviously, physicals need to be made, and everybody believes that it's not a failed physical. Everyone knew what his knee problem is. It's not like buyer beware. They were aware. But does the league need to do something about that? Because they're not going to step in and say the Ravens did something off because it's not official. It's the yellow line. This whole thing is the yellow line until 4 o'clock Eastern time.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland. The Rich Eisen Show on LA's mega sports station, ESPN.
ESPN LA.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals. The new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Time to bench those other job sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build your championship roster. What's the advantage? With ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast, but you also get the MVP for your team. Plus, ZipRecruiter doesn't make candidates wait to take the shot. It passes the ball right to them. Building your team or scouting fresh talent, ZipRecruiter runs the full court with powerful technology that immediately gets your job in front of the right players. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have come to ZipRecruiter for their hiring needs, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster, smarter, and more efficient from post to hire before the competition can even cross half court. It's a slam dunk with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Los Angeles is offering 25% off windows and doors or 0% APR for 72 months.
Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends March 31st, 2026.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
So I want to ask you guys if I am crazy.
Okay.
And if there's something wrong with me.
I like this. The answer, yes and yes.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
We are hearing music from
Sinners.
Sinners. There it is. This is probably going to win the Oscar for Best Original Score. It's a great movie. If you've not seen Sinners, Michael B. Jordan is terrific. And I think he's going to win Best Actor because he plays two guys. I think that's a big advantage. He's playing one brother and another brother.
Has he been nominated for an Oscar before?
I don't think so. I think this is his first nomination. But he plays twin brothers, and I think that gives you an advantage. He's got two parts instead of one.
Okay.
Chalamet only plays one guy.
Here's a wrench into that.
Yep.
Wagner Moura, you could argue, plays three people.
Oh, he does. You're right.
He plays
Good
himself
point.
as a son, and then he plays a different version of himself. So there is complications to that. But I would rank, if I'm ranking like twin performances.
Yeah, best twin performance. I go
Lindsay
Danny
Lohan, by
DeVito.
far.
I go Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Lindsay
They were
Lohan,
great.
Parent Trap.
Oh, that's a good one too. That's a good one
By
too.
far.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the Lakers, because tomorrow night's going to be huge. It's a
tomorrow
huge
night,
battle.
the whole next week and a half. I mean, tomorrow night's the first of 6 straight games where the Lakers won't be favored.
Yes.
And they won't be favored again until the last game of the 6-game road trip in Indiana. So tomorrow night's Denver.
Right.
Denver's favored by 4. Monday, Houston will be a slight favorite Monday and Wednesday. We play 2 games there. I've told you about the Thursday game where the Lakers aren't going to get any sleep.
Right.
They're basically they have an 8:40 tip in Houston, which is really 9:40 in Miami.
Right.
By the time we get there, our itinerary says we're getting there at 4. So that's going to be a hard game to win. Orlando's had our number. I think they've beaten us 3 times in a row. We play there on Saturday. Detroit's great. We play there on Monday. So we're going to find out. The Lakers have been playing great. They look better now than they've looked all year.
Yep.
But
they're beating good teams now.
Yeah. Remember when we owned the racehorse, that Money Pit?
Yes. Phone abroad.
Okay. So what I learned from that whole experience, besides to never invest in a racehorse because it'll cost you your shirt, is any horse looks good when they're racing against horses that aren't very good. But when you step up in class is where you find out how good your horse is.
Sure.
The Lakers are stepping up in class over the next 6 games starting tomorrow night. I think they got a great chance to win tomorrow night. I love the way they've been playing. I think they've figured some things out defensively. I'd love to see if Marcus Smart can play in that game. But I think they win that Denver game. Then they set the tone to go down to Houston, and I think they can get one of the Houston games.
Yeah.
But on that 6-game road trip,
yes,
if they finish 3-3, I'm going to be elated because they're not going to be they're going to be underdogs in 5 of the 6. So, Phil Jackson used to say, what you want to do is win 75% of your games on the road, go 500 or at home, go 500 on the road, and then you're good. So let's go 3-3 on this road trip, get back home, and then after that, the longest trip is 2 games.
Super encouraging. Some comments last night from J.J. Redick. We played these earlier, but they're worth playing again. There's been so much talk about LeBron and how the pieces fit, and Luka and Austin playing better together, and LeBron kind of screwing up that chemistry a little bit between the two of them. Listen to what JJ said last night. There have been real conversations between he and LeBron.
LeBron and I, we talk. We had a great conversation over the last couple of days. I think, again, he wants to do everything possible to help this team win, and he understands the importance of making sure Luka and AR can be at their best, and that's incredible of him. It speaks a lot to just how much he cares about this team and his teammates, and how much he wants to win.
And last night we saw, obviously Luka just went off, 51 points last night, took 31 shots. Austin took 20 shots. LeBron took 13. That feels like, I mean, it'll change game to game.
Right, I was just going to ask you if you think that's sustainable.
I mean, this is going to sound weird. I would like LeBron to be very aggressive when Luka and Austin are not on the floor.
I think he is by default.
But, I mean, I think he can get more shots up. I have not lost faith in LeBron as a player. I just think it's a puzzle, and that's the piece that doesn't fit into the current puzzle.
So over this, they've won 7 of their last 8 games.
Yep.
Over that stretch, they're number 2 in offensive rating, number 8 in defensive rating, and I think they're top 5 in net rating. They're doing everything right.
Yeah.
But we're stepping up in class.
Yep.
So now it's easy to do that against Sacramento and Chicago and Indiana. But when you have to play Denver, Houston, Miami, Orlando, Detroit, it's going to be harder.
Right.
Can they do it? Sure. But I think they got to do it with defense first. And lately they've been playing great defense. And you know who's been a big part of that, believe it or not, is DeAndre Ayton. He's really played better.
He's been great.
He's moving his feet.
He's terrific last night. He's
protecting the rim.
He's active all the time.
Think about this. One reason we lost to Minnesota last year in 5 games, really the main reason we lost to them is that they just hammered us with their size.
Right.
Naz Reid and Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle just kept taking the ball to the rim.
Yep.
And they beat us 4 out of 5 times in that playoff series. We've played them 3 times since then. The Lakers have won all 3.
Yep.
So you have to give DeAndre Ayton a little credit for that. He wasn't here last year, but they are playing better defense. Now, the question that we're going to get the answer to tomorrow night is the defense good enough to stop great teams? They stopped the Knicks.
Yep.
Who are having they stopped Minnesota, but Denver's better than them. And Houston's is as good as them. And Detroit's better. When Detroit came in here, they waxed us.
Right.
But we're playing a lot better now.
Yep.
So let's see. I'm very excited and anxious to see how we play over the next 7 games.
Yeah.
Because they're all going to be good opponents. All of them.
I've got great seats for tomorrow night.
Or you're in Jacob's suite,
Jacob's
right?
suite. Oh,
Yeah.
man. His suite is
You
the
have
most
better seats
tricked
than
out
me.
suite in the building with free shrimp cocktail. Maybe I'll bring you guys a plate.
Well, you don't have to because Jacob's kids will do it.
Yeah, Tyler will do it.
Yeah.
Sasha will do it.
Yeah, they're great.
All right, we're gonna do some. Let's do 2 more Pepe picks from the Academy Awards on Sunday night. I'm trying to think how Pepe's thinking. So, what does he have for best song?
Best song goes to Golden.
Golden,
Easy.
yeah, Golden.
I want to give you one more that he crossed out.
Okay, good.
That
Yeah,
he was
indecisive
nervous
on his
about.
ballot,
He didn't know
yes.
about international feature film.
Oh, it's a tough one. Yeah.
As somebody who immigrated to the United States,
Yep.
he might have an opinion about this. He crossed out Secret Agent
Okay.
and picked Sentimental Value,
think
but he also called it a Sentimental Value, which is not the
okay.
name of the movie.
Oh, there you go.
And then his Best Picture pick, one battle after another.
There you go.
So
if
now
you're-
one battle, you have Pepe in your corner.
Excellent. All right, so the Academy Awards are Sunday night, and Conan O'Brien did a great job last year. He's doing it again, and should be fun.
This is the last year before it goes to YouTube, or one more?
No, one more.
Okay.
One more. 28. It goes to YouTube.
That's your dream, man. They can talk as long as they want. There'll be no time. They can do 19-minute speeches.
Well, the Actor Awards, I don't know if it was longer or shorter, but it was on Netflix this year, and it was good.
It
you could
moved.
fast forward, you could slow, but they moved pretty good. All right, Game of Games is coming up next for you. BC has got the game. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Oh, I'm excited to get into my car and head home for the weekend. I drive a Hyundai Elantra hybrid, especially right now with gas prices. I'm glad I got a hybrid. Gas is out of control. At Hyundai right now is the Getaway Sales Event. They've got the 2026 Palisade named 2026 North American Utility Vehicle of the Year by 50 of North America's most respected automotive journalists. And going on right now, the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. You get a deal so right, almost feels wrong. Best time to get the Hyundai car or SUV you've always wanted. Every new Hyundai comes with the peace of mind of America's best warranty. So jump to it. No matter which one of their adventure-ready SUVs or breakthrough hybrids or EVs, you can be sure to get away with a lot more than just a great deal this spring. Don't wait. Get to your SoCal Hyundai dealer today for the Hyundai Getaway Sales event going on right now. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
Wow, Carlos Vela's going from El Rey to El Jefe. Carlos is back not as a player, but as part owner of LAFC. We'll get into that. We'll also preview LAFC's next match versus St. Louis. And don't miss Angel City forward Riley Tiernan as she joins the show to talk about Sunday's home opener at BMO. That's Countdown to Kickoff presented by BMO tomorrow at 3 p.m.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
In a way, I'm just like a leprechaun. I'm lucky and charming. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Cadillac Escalade IQL the 29th. Earn entries now playing your favorite games, and you could drive home in a new Cadillac.
And the number one reason.
Pick your lucky March Mania bracket, and you could be a millionaire. We're giving away $1 million guaranteed April 7th for a perfect bracket. See website for details.
Morongo, good times.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American-made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Adam Schefter here. It's tournament time, when only the most talented teams survive and advance. And whether you're cutting down the nets or cutting through resumes, one thing's clear. The best teams are built with the best people. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. Their smart matching technology finds qualified candidates fast. You can add screening questions to get the right applicants and even filter to see who's recently active. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason, Ireland, you guys are clowns.
Screw you, Josh.
Damn.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Mason and Ireland are clowns. That's going to be a drop for a long time.
Why not?
Back to the guys.
All right. Hey, DeMarco Forrest here.
Yo,
I don't remember
love
you as a
that.
player. Have you won before on Game of Games?
Like a month ago, right?
You did have
Maybe.
a win?
I like it.
One win.
All right, Brian, I've made a prediction in here as to what your game is about. I do not know what it's about, but let's see if I'm right. What is your game about?
It is about March birthdays.
No, I missed it.
Okay.
I was almost sure you were going to do a Friday the 13th game.
Well, I will say I have done 2 of those before.
Okay, got it.
But I will also say a special birthday game here because it is my wife's birthday today.
Happy birthday!
And there might be one bonus question here about that. So.
About Allison, okay.
All right, so the game here is everybody, all the choices here are people born in the month of March, and it's 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
So you got to find the lie.
Gotcha.
All right, so first one, Spike Lee, born in March. His favorite movie is The Deer Hunter. He interned at Columbian Pictures in college, or he is the oldest of 10 siblings. What is the lie?
Emily.
The first one. The Deer Hunter.
Favorite movie, Deer Hunter.
Mace.
Deer Hunter. Although that's a weird movie to pull.
I'm going to say it's the last one, that he's the oldest of 10 siblings. DeMarco, what do you think?
What was the middle one?
Interned at Columbian Pictures in college.
I'm gonna go with the last one.
That is correct. The lie is the oldest of 10 siblings.
Boom! DeMarco's on the board. I'm on the board.
That is a lot.
All right.
The Deer Hunter. That was my dad's favorite movie.
It's too obscure for that not to be true.
It's true.
All right, number 2, Shaq. Also birthday in March. His favorite movie is The Godfather. He scored his 10,000th career point on his birthday. His first autograph was from Dr. J. What is the lie?
Mace.
First autograph from Dr. J.
That he scored. I'll go with that. He scored his 10,000th point on his birthday. DeMarco.
I'll go birthday too.
Emily.
Same for birthday.
It is the birthday.
All right.
It is the birthday.
I think we would have heard that.
Mace. No, I think you were trying to confuse us when he dropped
Am I
61
alive for
on the
Lucky Loser?
Clippers. You are the only one alive
Let's
for
do it.
Lucky
Let's
Loser.
do it. I love this. Is one of my favorite things is trying to get them all wrong.
All right, here we go.
Another March birthday, John Stockton. John Stockton. His favorite movie is E.T. He played basketball at Gonzaga University, or he's referenced in a song by Jack Harlow.
What was the first one?
Favorite movie is E.T.
I will go with that. I don't think that's true. DeMarco.
I'll go with E.T. too. It's just how you said it.
Emily.
E.T. as well.
Mace.
Give me, what was third choice?
Reference in a song by Jack Harlow.
That one.
It is E.T.
Okay.
Mace, you're doing it again, you bastard.
Let's do this.
You have
Let's
0.
do this.
DeMarco 3, Ireland 3, Emily 2. Here we go.
Number 4 here, Lady Gaga. Was Lady Gaga considered for a role as Amy Winehouse in Back to Black? Learned how to play the piano at the age of only 4? Or her first celebrity crush was Adrian Brody?
Adrian Brody. All right, DeMarco, that's you.
Brody.
Emily.
Brody.
Mace.
I'm going with the first choice. What was that?
Was considered for a role as Amy Winehouse.
I'll take that.
I also think that the lie is that her first crush was Adrian Brody.
The lie was considered for a role in Amy Winehouse.
No way.
Wow.
That actually fits.
Damn.
All right, so now you got to come back.
Now I got to rally.
All right, DeMarco 3, Ireland 3, Emily 2, Mace 1. How many left, BC?
5 left.
Okay, plenty left.
Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is the lie. He was Google's most searched person in 2011. He plays the guitar left-handed, or he started out by posting videos to MySpace.
Emily.
The 2011 one.
Mace.
Left-handed on the guitar.
I also think it's left-handed on the guitar.
Lefty guitar.
What is it, Brian?
Nobody. MySpace.
MySpace. He's
where did
It was
he do it?
YouTube.
It was
yes.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then Usher discovered him, and then
Yeah.
All right.
All right, next one. Daniel Craig. The Bond.
Yes.
Is it A, he is a huge fan of Radiohead. He lost 2 teeth in a fight scene in Casino Royale. Or was the only cast member on Lara Croft Tomb Raider to play the video games?
Okay.
What was the first one?
A huge fan of Radiohead.
Okay, Emily, this is you.
Radiohead.
Mace.
Tomb Raider.
I'm with them. Radiohead. DeMarco.
Tomb Raider.
Nobody again. Lost 2 teeth.
Lost 2 teeth. Okay.
That's the one that was the most plausible.
Yeah, I thought that one was probably true.
That was one of those where it's a rumor but didn't actually happen.
Okay.
All right, the next one here, Cy Young. So Cy Young was his real name, Denton True Young. He pitched the very first perfect game in MLB, or nickname Cy came from Cyclops due to his round eyes.
Mace.
The lie has got to be Cyclops. Has to be.
I would think I would have heard that. I'm going Cyclops too. DeMarco.
I gotta go. So I don't want to, but Cyclops.
What's the first one again?
Real name, Denton True Young.
Let me go with that one.
Should have went Cyclops.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
I doubted somebody was
It was a
actually...
Cy
make a
for
move.
Cyclone because it's ball the way he pitched, right?
All right,
Got it.
so
Can't be Cyclops.
yeah, we kind of mean to call somebody Cyclops there. All right, so Ireland 4, DeMarco 4, Emily 2, Mace 2. How many left?
2 left.
2. All right, so you guys have to go opposite of me and DeMarco if you can. Here we go.
All right, Shaka Khan, birthday in March here. Is she fluent in German, French, Spanish, Japanese, and Chinese? Or at age 16, she dropped out of high school, ran away to a commune? Or C, had a line of gourmet chocolates called chocolates?
All right, this is me. I'm going with the first one. What was the first one?
Fluent in German, French, Spanish,
Yeah, I don't
Japanese,
think that's
Chinese.
true. DeMarco.
Chocolates.
Emily.
We have to go B because you guys
Yeah,
went
that's true.
the
You gotta
So
go
we and Mace both have to go B.
Okay, we're going B, whatever that one was.
And the answer is A, the fluent in German.
I take the lead.
Chocolates?
That's a real thing.
Get
yes.
out of town.
Emily and Mace are out, and
Ah.
it's down to me and DeMarco.
Let's
I
go.
have 5. DeMarco has 4, which means I have to go first.
Let's go. Okay.
All right, this
2
one,
left or 1?
last one here.
Okay.
And you guys aren't going to know this one, but this one's about my wife here.
Oh,
so,
oh,
it's-
good.
Okay. Anybody toss up?
Shout out
Allison
Shout out to
trivia.
Allison. Happy birthday, Allison.
All right, well, she was the lead in a Footloose musical. Has 18 siblings when you take in, like, in-laws.
Okay.
Or used to nanny for a famous person that required an NDA.
Wow.
What was the first one?
Was the lead in a Footloose musical.
18 siblings is a lot. I don't believe she was the lead in a Footloose musical. I'll go with that one, which means, Marco, you have to go either 18 siblings or used to work for a nanny with an NDA.
I was going to pick the 18 siblings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brian, what's the answer?
Used to work for a nanny that required an NDA.
Oh, by default. Brian, that was an excellent game.
That's great.
That was like really hard to figure out. All right. Victory. I'm up 2 on you and Emily Hebel.
And next week, you're on with us all week besides Friday,
Yeah.
right? And then the week after, though, is when you got a couple dates that you're not going to be there.
Yeah,
right?
which will hurt me because those are going to be worth double points. And it's my game Monday, so I can't
All
win
right.
Monday.
Okay, got
You got a tiebreaker, BC?
Yeah, of course.
Do it for fun.
William Shatner, also, birthday in March.
Mm-hmm.
How many episodes did William Shatner play Captain Kirk on Star Trek, the original series?
How many episodes?
I have a
William
number.
Shatner, Captain Kirk.
Mace, you got a number?
Yes.
All right, don't say it. DeMarco, how many? Just throw out a number.
120.
Oh, my God. I wrote 122.
Did you?
Yeah, okay. So let's see what he says. Mace, what'd you do?
The show didn't run that long. I went 74.
M?
42.
79.
Mace?
Oh, yeah.
There goes Mace.
It didn't run for a long time.
Wow.
The episodes,
He started. I saw an ad with him the other day, and he's calling himself Will Shat.
Will
Oh,
Shat.
yeah, he did. That was
Raisin
starting
Bran.
during the Super Bowl. Yeah, for
Yeah.
Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's top of the
Great
car.
Good
Will
game,
Shat.
Brian. Happy
Yeah.
birthday,
Thank you.
Allison.
Yeah,
happy
way to go,
birthday.
Allison.
Is Allison Cohen? Did she change her name when you guys got married?
She will, but not yet. She
Okay.
hasn't. There was a long process, and we're like, we'll do it down the road.
Okay, got it.
Good for her.
All right, coming up next, Super Crosstalk, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
You're just starting to see more consistent performances. I think that the understanding of what's being asked is more obvious, and it's not a direct criticism of LeBron. It's just, it's easier when
That's what
there's
it is.
one less option
Well-
there.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
The guy that keeps coming up in all this, and we don't talk about him unless he screws something up, is JJ. JJ is the guy with his hands on the controls. He must see this. He must know this.
Sure.
Or maybe he disagrees with us.
With just Luka and with just Reed, it's less cluttered, and I think that's the perfect description. It's just easier, and then not that they don't have flaws, they do. These are things that are starting to come together where it's not the sampler's getting larger and larger, and the answer is remaining the same.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app and live on YouTube.
Hey, everybody, it's Cappy here to talk to you about Prize Picks. And, of course, I want to remind you, first and foremost, download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code Cappy. Get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 in lineups. That's code Cappy to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. So, listen, here's the thing. Right now, basketball season, you got to shoot your shot, man. Prize Picks, you get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Come on, that's $50. They make every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. I'm literally following the game while I'm on the Prize Picks app, and it's so easy to play. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get them right, you're cashing in. Now, I like a little flex play because you don't have to get everything right to still win. But on the other hand, the power play, you got a much bigger shot. Prize Picks is a great way to put your takes to the test. So download the Prize Picks app, use my code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Cappy to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
ESPN AM
710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right.
When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday. You know what? It's funny you mention that because all day long, here I've been, and I've not done the thing that everybody loves.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
Last show I saw included Rebecca Black. Last live show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot
she
about
opened
that.
for Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was Katy Perry?
Great.
Was she?
Yeah, terrific. She was, if you like Katy Perry, you would have been very, very pleased.
Travis at a Katy Perry concert.
It's a little fish out
It's
of
hard
water.
to- it's hard to
It-
picture. He said he
loved it.
It was terrific. Now, we had really good seats, and she put on an incredible
She's
show.
a great performer.
Yeah. It was. My friend Eddie Alizadeh from Legends Attic,
of course,
he offered me the tickets, and I'm like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
Let's go see Katy Perry. Best decision I've ever made.
I
love Katy Perry.
Yeah, it was
Me
great.
too. I like going to concerts. I like the whole vibe. And sometimes I don't love the act, but I'm into, it's not like my favorite, but I do like when Harry Styles comes to town, I'm going to go see that. When
He's hosting SNL this week.
Oh, that's right. Springsteen is on the 5th and the 7th of April. I'm going to see Springsteen.
Where's he performing?
He's performing at the Forum.
Okay.
Maybe this could be his last tour because he had to cancel his last
He's
tour.
got to be closing in on 80, right?
Yeah, and
Is he really?
But,
Yeah.
but he
Springsteen is 80.
just empties the tank, and I've seen him 6 or 7 times. He's
Soaking wet.
unbelievable.
He will.
Comes on right at 7:30 when he says he's going to come on. You're like, if the concert starts at 7:30, the lights go out. He comes on at 7:30 and goes straight to midnight.
Goes 4 hours.
He's on a schedule.
Yeah.
Turned 77 this year.
Yeah,
Wow.
just an unbelievable performance. Do you guys know what Katy Perry's real name is?
I don't.
Yeah, Kate Hudson.
Right.
Isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did she have to change it because two
Yeah.
stars
Yeah.
can't have the same name?
As Mace will tell you, in that world, it's like we can't clear the name.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's. Although there was a hockey goalie named Steve Mason, a pretty
There
good
was.
one for a long
Oh,
time.
I like to do the test. You just
Who comes
put
up first?
Steve Mason into Google.
Yeah.
And you see
You do a test.
see
That's
who
fun.
pops up.
You were the hockey
Who
goalie.
did he play for?
Columbus, I think.
Okay, so if
Steve Mason broadcast.
there you
you
go.
go.
Now, if you
Look at you.
Googled that in Columbus, does it come up as the
No,
hockey
but
player?
I guarantee you, if I Google John Ireland, the actor will come up. I'm
Yeah.
going to do it right now.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Who's John Ireland, the actor?
Yeah, right there.
Got a whole
Kind of
little.
looks like me, doesn't he? Got the same big forehead and everything.
You know what he's known. You know what he's known for.
What?
He's one of Hollywood's big guns.
Oh, really?
Same thing Milton
Okay.
Berle was known
And
for.
just
Oh.
enough to win the contest.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there any other DeMarco Fars?
Nah, no. I told you I met some lady at some convention, and she said, "This is my son, DeMarco," and I backed up. Like,
Right. Mace, he
No.
does come up. He does come up as the first thing, but in the first video, it's me.
Oh, that's
there you
good.
go.
So you're
So
there.
there-
You're
yeah.
up
there
there.
you go.
Yeah, when I interviewed Milton Berle years ago when I was on the Snyder Show, I was trying to figure out a way to ask it. So I was like, "So can I ask you a personal question?"
He had to know.
And he said, "Kid, let me give you the answer.
Uh-huh.
It's true."
Yep, he had to know.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a question that you're probably running from.
Wait,
No.
when
Yeah,
were you
it's-
at UCLA?
Own that.
Yeah.
81 to 85.
Was Mel Farr Jr.
Yes.
there? Okay.
Yeah, and here's
he's
the-
in
here's
that
the ama-
same
okay,
Milton Berle.
So here's
Yeah.
here's the amazing
No,
thing.
they called him Elephant Blank.
Really?
That
Yeah.
was his
Oh, wow.
name.
I don't
Yeah.
know how many people know this, but DeMarco is from a really famous football family. Believe it or not, DeMarco is not the best football playing Far, even though he won a Super Bowl and is probably the most well-known.
And a national championship.
Well, we hotly debated. He had a better start than I did, but I lasted longer.
And you got a ring and he never did. Right?
Yes.
And how
Right.
many national championship and
Yes.
2 Rose Bowl titles?
So
Pretty good.
So
you're talking
would-
about
would
Mel
you-
Farr Sr.
Yes.
Yes. He stopped talking to me the day I signed my letter of intent to UW.
Because when you're going to
I never
UCLA.
spoke to him again. He never
Now,
contacted.
here's the weird thing. So I get out of college and I go into sportscasting. And I couldn't get a sportscaster job, so a station in Monroe, Louisiana hired me to be a newscaster. And I did that for 5 months until I got hired. My first sports job was in Beaumont, Texas. I was there for 5 years, which is where the entire Farr family is from. And
Oh,
now I
Beaumont.
work with DeMarco
That
here
is
in
crazy.
LA.
World.
Isn't
There's a lot
that
of Fars down there.
Of all the
Yeah.
gin joints in all the
All
world,
the
you
world,
got to
oh my
walk into
God.
mine.
But John, how would you describe the, shall we say, fragrance that permeates Beaumont, Texas, basically 365 days a year?
the city that stinks? That's
Yeah,
what we
does it
used to call
smell?
it?
Yeah.
Welcome to Beaumont City. Stinks. No, there are 7 oil
city that
refineries
Is it
there.
really?
It's
Oh,
just
wow.
rancid.
And when you
Okay.
play golf, DeMarco,
Yeah.
you're like, your lungs are burning, and you go, this cannot be good for my
No
health.
way. Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, 98 degrees with 99% humidity.
In February.
There's a whole bunch of Fars. There's a whole lot of land, and they're still fighting over it.
So,
There's, yeah.
so DeMarco, look at me now, okay?
Yeah.
I weigh 181 pounds
Right now?
right now,
Okay.
but I'm still pretty skinny.
Yeah.
When I lived in Beaumont,
Oh.
okay, I got there, weighed like this. When I left, 148.
Did you
Why?
catch a disease?
That's
Hot.
all my friends.
Oh.
All my friends had
148?
That's
It
an
was-
unhealthy weight for
Sally
how tall you
Struthers
are.
should be getting food for you if you're
Okay,
148.
and I would come home and visit my friends, and they'd go, "Are you sick?"
Yeah.
Like they thought I might be like have HIV or something because I'd
What
lost
did you
so
do?
much weight. It was so hot,
Oh.
and I
yeah.
would go out and I'd play tennis, I'd play basketball, I'd play that I would lose like 5 pounds a month.
Oh,
Pepe
my
says he
gosh.
lost 30 pounds in a month. I was there for 4 years. I lost 5 pounds a month for 4 years.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
By the way, I
Got it right, by the way. Got a job in San Diego, got it back in 3 months.
When I moved
Yeah.
to Houston, I put on weight like I was
Did you?
trying to. Like, yeah, like I was trying to win a
Well, I'm spending
contest or
4
something.
days there, Trav, next week.
Oh,
So
there
give me
you
all
go.
the
You
hot
go.
spots.
Yeah, I got
I'll
some
tell you what,
spots for
that's
you.
what I did when I was in New York.
Yeah.
I weighed 230 when I was in New York.
That's
Dang.
a lot.
What do you weigh
and
now?
I was 193.
Oh, my God. You were
Yeah,
huge.
I was huge.
Wow.
I mean, I was like, I remember going to Dave Singer's wedding, and I was one of the wedding party, and I felt like I was stuffed into that tuxedo like
Oh.
a sausage. It was terrible.
I can't see you as 230. That's
yeah,
big.
I was big
Wow.
boy. Big boy. Ate a lot in New York.
I gained 50
And
pounds.
late, I bet.
I ate
Yeah.
my feelings.
What was
In-
your what
in
was your
Baton
top
Rouge.
playing weight?
80, 280.
And what are you now?
About that now, or
Okay.
getting close. I'm in the neighborhood. When I took that job in Baton Rouge, there was nothing to do but drink and eat.
Yeah.
I came back at 340.
Well, that's why I think Zion,
Yeah, that was
Zion
big.
Williamson got drafted by the worst possible team.
Horrible.
Because
Yeah.
the food down there is so good, but it's super rich.
Yeah.
Just a stick of butter and
Yeah.
everything you eat. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Right.
Nice. I'll tell you, if you give me one town in the country to eat a meal in, it's New Orleans.
New
New
Orleans.
Orleans is
Okay.
a good choice.
God.
Yeah.
By the way, LA's a good choice. There's a lot of good
Excellent
stuff
choice.
everywhere here. You know, it's not a sneaky food city, but not the first one that comes to mind is Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Like Vegas,
Vegas
got
has
everything.
everything.
They got everything you need.
Vegas has everything you could ever possibly want.
Yeah,
And New
They
York.
want all your money.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
I
weird.
love that. That was cool.
That just ended.
That
Paused
guy,
it.
that guy,
Yeah.
that guy
I
quiet in a
decided-
second.
by the way,
Dead air?
after-
Random dead air?
After it got quiet, I was like, "Oh,
See
let's
how
just
long
see
it
how
goes.
long
Who's
that-
going, right?
You were the first one
Let's
to
see
start.
it
was.
for
Yeah,
me.
I was.
I like to see who could
Oh,
go the
wow.
shortest without
I had a
talking.
I had a job interview once where I walked in, and the guy's assistant brought me in. It was a news director in Seattle, and he brought me in, and he didn't say a word for like 2 minutes. And I'm like, I'm not going first. And we just sat there and kind of stared at each other. And finally,
For 2 minutes.
it got so awkward that I went, is there anything you'd like to know about me?
2 minutes is an eternity.
That's
I know.
a long
That is a
time.
long
Yeah.
time.
And I was sitting there, and I'm like, you're interviewing me.
Yeah.
I'm not, and I go,
That's
is there
pretty
anything
good.
you'd like to know about me? And he goes, tell me about yourself. I said a few things. He must have said 10 words, and I walked out. So my agent calls a couple days later. He goes, yeah, he liked your tape. He wants to offer you a job. I go, I don't think I can work for that guy.
Yeah.
He's too weird. He goes,
wow.
he gets that a lot.
There's an interview strategy where you let something kind of hang as an interviewer. You let it hang there for the guest until they feel like they have no choice but to volunteer something. 60 Minutes is really good at this. They let you they keep you
Sit in
hanging
the silence.
until finally you have to say something.
You know who's really good at that is Dan Patrick. He'll ask really short questions.
Yeah.
Like I'll say, well, welcome to the program, Travis Rogers. What's the best day you ever had?
Wow.
That's tough.
That is a good one. That's a good.
That puts you in the
Oh,
corner.
everybody's going to fill the silence.
Yeah.
And you have to think of a real answer at that point. You
And so
can't
you'll-
just go on
you'll-
autopilot.
And so you'll think of your answer, and he'll go blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 and he'll go, who's your favorite person?
Yeah. Well, that's the Sawatsky. Did you guys have to take the Sawatsky
Yeah.
class?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. The open-ended questions.
Double-barreled
and,
questions.
the no double-barreled questions. Yeah, that was a
one of
grind.
the questions that I think has gotten really worn out is how does it feel to ...
Yeah.
Or no, the other
I
one
got
is
a worse one.
what does it mean?
Oh, okay. ...
You know what the answer is always? It means everything.
Everything.
Watch how many times people say it means everything.
The one that grates on me when I hear it
I
is
think Trent McDuffie did that yesterday.
I think he did. He did it. He did it means everything.
talk about blank.
Talk
Like
about.
it's not even a question.
That's not a question.
That's not even a question.
It's not a bad interview technique because that's what the only time I would ever go to that is if the guy's not giving me anything.
Yeah.
You're
I get it.
supposedly never supposed to ask a yes or no question.
Right.
You know, who, what, where, why, how. And if he's still giving you short answers, and the quickest way to get somebody to talk is to get them to talk about their teammates.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if the guy's not giving you anything and you say, like I did this the other night, I say, I know you went 1 for 10, but I don't think you win this game without Marcus Smart.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just go off.
Yeah.
By the way, you can hear all these interviewing techniques on my new show, Mason Plus, which premieres on Tuesday.
Oh, it's the premiere.
It's the premiere.
How many do you have in the can?
I've got 4 in the can.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What is Mason Plus?
Mason Plus is a brand new podcast on the ESPN LA YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts. And it's me and guests, and it's going to be cool.
That was
Who
really
was the
cool.
first guest?
Joe Davis.
Excellent.
We're doing a
Nice.
big baseball
Excellent.
show, a lot of Shohei and a lot of Joe Davis on the first
I'm
show.
in. Count me in.
Mason Plus.
Mason Plus.
I like that.
If you can't get enough of me, here's the plus.